Might be because you just joined.
Well, that might help.
There it is. Oh, you had to switch it?
Yep. I guess it defaulted to my computer. I was saying, get ready to look Cavaliers, buddy. Now it's way past.
Yeah. So. Hey, man. Listen, as Cavs LQ said, the Cavs over the last 10 games, number 1 on offense, number 1 on defense, number 1 net rating. They've been playing lights out. Boston's been playing well recently, too. I know they just lost to Detroit, but before that, Jayson Tatum's been on a tear. So everyone knows. Corey wrote it in his preview. This is the battle of the beasts of the East, and we're going to see who's the real beast right now. And I think Cleveland's going to come out on top. I got a good feeling about this game, feeling very confident, but we're going to see. I know, Corey, you've talked a lot about this on the pod, and I think even on the playback streams, this first quarter is going to be important. Can't get into a hole right away.
I feel like with a weakened Boston lineup too, it would be more concerning to me if they get off to a slow start again, because you would think they should be taking advantage of the personnel that's in front of them. The Cavs are as close to full strength as they are going to be, and the Celtics are not. So even though I feel like this is no longer the litmus test that we were hoping it would be for the Cavs, it doesn't mean that them losing this game or winning this game dampens anything. It just means that we can't be like in the postseason being like, well, if you looked at the fourth game that they played, you see that the Cavs.
Yeah, I'm still treating this like the litmus test. I know it's very different with the injuries, but I need the Cavs to make a statement. And again, doesn't matter to me who's out for Boston. Beating the brakes off them tonight would mean something. Again, I'm not predicting that they're going to be that dominant. That would be obviously something very special. But just getting a win, I think, for as much as a regular season game can matter, I think this matters. Mobley master class tonight. Yeah, I mean, that's Tim Bontemps, I believe, is in the arena, so he will see it firsthand. Man. It's going to be like the Danny LeVito meme, where his eyes just open up and he's like, I understand now. I get it now.
Can't wait for the spin zone on this.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at Derek Favors in Boston, his stats were.
Oh man,
I wasn't on the pod episode, so I can still throw shade at Bontemps.
we gotta get him back. I know I let Jackson message him. When was it? It was earlier in February, I think. And he said he's down to come back, but then we never got anything planned. And you know what? He's a busy guy. But eventually we're going to have to hold his feet to the fire and really, really hold his feet to the fire. Because last time we were pretty, we had the gloves on. We were being very nice. And we'll be nice again the second time too. But Evan Mobley hadn't broken out yet. You know what I mean? Like, it was still hypothetical. It's like, well, maybe if this happens for Mobley and this happens, maybe. And Tim was like, no, I don't see that happening. Well, guess what? It happened. So
guess what?
I would love to see his face.
Timothy.
To his credit, no, you can't give him the Timothy name. That's reserved for special people,
for Oscar award-winning actors.
Yeah, for Best Picture nominees only. But to Tim's credit, I feel like he would. I don't know. I don't think they're going to win Best Picture. I think he's going to win Best Actor, though. I do think he's going to win Best Actor. But the Oscars are on Sunday, so we should
over Adrian Brody.
I haven't seen that movie, but I've heard that he's also very good in it. So I can't say, but we're Team Chalamet over here. Adrian Brody, sorry. I can't support
He was good in the Lakers HBO show. I don't know if you ended up watching that.
He was good in King Kong. I remember he was in the King Kong movie that we talked about the video game, I think, last time. Yeah. he was in that movie too. But Tim Bontemps, I think he's at the game. I saw him tweeting about it, so I'm assuming he's at the game. And to his credit, if he ever does come back on the Junkyard Pod, he's more than welcome. I feel like he would concede a lot of points. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he would agree that Evan Mobley has been incredible this year.
I think the best in the sports biz refuse to leave the hills. They're willing to die on them.
This is true. Yeah, he might quadruple down for all I know.
Be like, well, and he'll pull up some transcripts being like, if you look at this stretch that Derek Favors had, it's kind of resembling if you squint really hard.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. The Derek Favors one, that's the bad one. That's the truly bad one. Because I mean, even we've talked about it plenty of times, but at no point in Evan Mobley's career was he worse or at the same level as Derek Favors. He was better than him the second he stepped on an NBA court. And this year,
No offense,
according to
Derek.
the Ringer, is he 15th? I already forgot where
I
they
think
ranked
he's 16th.
him. It doesn't matter that much because it's just one outlet. Like, it's not definitive. But was Derek Favors ever the only time he was 15 was when he was wearing his jersey, right? Because I think he was number
Yeah.
15, right? So, I mean, it was a silly comparison. Bill Simmons said he thinks Jerome is sixth man of the year. Hey, does he still have a vote? Is he
No.
still allowed to vote? No, because the betting stuff, I'd assume. Because he's a big betting
so.
man.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
the
I
only
was gonna
person at the
say.
Ringer that has it still is Russillo.
Okay. But yeah, well, hey, you know what? Bill Simmons, I think he's entertaining. I don't always love his takes, but I love that take. I'm a big fan of that take. Shout out to Bill. Maybe he knows
Shout
ball
out
after
to
ball.
Bill.
Maybe he really does know ball. Because yeah, I mean it's crazy to me. I went down the list. I can't remember if this was the last stream that I did solo or if you were here, but were you here when we looked over the 6 man of the year odds?
No, I think that was probably the
It might have
previous
been
stream.
the solo one. I know Peyton Pritchard's leading by a lot. Number 2 is Malik Beasley, and no disrespect to Malik Beasley, but like, how could you possibly argue that he's over Ty Jerome or
I mean, if Ty Jerome
DeAndre
scores
Hunter?
26 against the Celtics tonight,
Yeah,
he can.
well, this was before that even. It's just like, again, he's having a good year, but like Ty Jerome is having a better year on a way better team. But you know, I'm not going to get upset over 6 man of the year. I'm telling myself that right now, no matter what happens, I'm not going to allow myself to be upset about that award of all things.
It should be the battle of friendship at this point. DeAndre Hunter and Ty Jerome should be duking it out, going on Space Mountain together, and fighting for the 6th man of the year.
They're gonna share it. They're gonna be co-6 men. Or no, you have it, Ty. No, DeAndre, it's all yours.
If one of the two of them wins that award, they should go recreate that picture again with them holding the 6th man of the year and NBA
on the roller coaster
Finals trophy going down together.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was referring to the roller coaster.
Yeah,
I don't need the sentimental
with the trophy
final.
One too,
yeah.
Oh man, that picture's hilarious.
Let's see if we get Mobley flashbacks from Game 5.
Oh, I need it. The streets need it.
But let's not have it take.
He's been on a tear.
I don't need Evan Mobley only coming out in the second half with that, because that's basically what Game 5 was. Like, low key, for as much fun as it was really in the second half. They're like, wait, we do have Evan Mobley. What if we have him post up?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get it to halftime tonight and look at the box score and be like, Mobley's only taking 2 shots. They're going to need to get him the ball in the second half. I want the ball to go to Mobley heavily in the opening minutes, honestly. Unless it's Donovan Mitchell opening up the game on a heater like he tends to. I want Mobley eating. Oh, all right. Well, that answers my question, by the way. I was wondering if Jaylen Brown was playing tonight. I don't know if I asked the chat. I think I honestly didn't check if anyone filled in. Ben, what's up, man? What's going on, Ben? Dude, this is a showdown
Survivor
right
champion?
Here. Yeah. Oh, here's Mitchell. We're watching the all NBA agenda for Evan Mobley tonight, man. It's gonna happen right here. It's gonna solidify it.
Ben, I'm going in person for a Survivor audition. They're coming to Connecticut, so I'm taking a day off from work. I'm making the push.
Dude, let's go. That's awesome.
I don't think Jeff Probst is going to be there because, you know,
he's a busy guy.
I'm probably going to get like Jeff's secretary.
That's crazy. I honestly didn't know that they did it in person. Yeah, I wonder if Probst is a Cavs fan.
I don't know why they go to Connecticut. It is the most random location to like actually go in person for. But
does Jeff know ball? Is it possible?
Jeff definitely does not know ball because they do weird Survivor basketball stuff sometimes in some of those challenges, and I don't think Jeff really. I don't think Jeff is a fan. I did watch the first episode. This is no longer Dune Corner. It's turned into
Survivor's taking over. Hey, I love Survivor. I'm just still like 20 years behind the current episode. So not 20 years. I'm like 20 seasons behind. I think I'm on. I don't know. I'm like mid 20s in the season.
You didn't get to
8-0
second
already.
Chance yet.
8-0 already for the Celtics. Need my Cavs to wake up because this is exactly what we did not want to happen: is them fall into an early lead. Now it's still very, very, very early. Not concerned yet, but you want to turn this around quickly because it's 11-0
Okay,
already.
so
Thanks for
here
jumping
is
in, Ben.
something. This is something I would like to point out here. If the Cavs get blown out in this game, me and Tony's agenda of DeAndre Hunter should start. Has more
You're looking
legs than
better.
because that defense was atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, 11-0 this quickly is not a good look. The Cavs, as I said, I wanted them to come out swinging. This is the opposite of that. Boston has come out swinging, so that's not great. Granted, though, just to try to keep level heads, it's only been 2 minutes. I know that could be seen as a bad thing, like they're already up 11-0 and it's only been 2 minutes. But sometimes you get weird starts to the game, so they need to respond right out of this timeout with like a little 6-0 run, get this game back in control. Because if you go down 15-20 early on, Boston is too good. We've seen it 3 times this year already. They're too good to get this down in a hole early on. The margin for error is already so small that you can't afford to give up a double-digit lead just like that. And, like you said, already you see where DeAndre Hunter in the starting lineup would help because Max Strus, good effort on the contest. He just doesn't have the size to actually get a hand on that shot from Derek White.
And once again, we're leaving the defense in a position where Mobley spends a lot of his time guarding Tatum. And then that kind of takes away from him doing what he does best with free roaming around. If you have him locked on to Tatum and basically probably telling him, stay hard on those switches, then you're really hurting the defense anyway. Regardless if, let's say he neutralizes Tatum, that's still 4 other players that can beat you. Horford and Hauser are not bad players to the point where it's like you can sag off of them either. Because any of them, like all the Celtics, can just go off at a given moment.
Yeah. Also, before I forget, Mr. Red Pants, your chats are showing up. Sorry, we just kind of they got lost in the sauce there, but I scrolled up. He said, I never noticed the VIP access thing. Do I get free appetizers? Unfortunately, no. We don't. No boneless wings or jalapeno poppers over here. Just right now, just pain in this stream.
Welcome to suffering.
You're just suffering right now. Yeah, so
Dan's
I'm gonna need the Cavs
to come
out better.
Tony,
here.
What is this?
Oh yeah, so I might have to hide this thing, but I had the belt ready right here, and it seems like maybe it's backfiring. I might have to hide it.
Well, you could use it for other ways, depending on how this ends.
I'm saying I might have to put it in the other room before this turns on me.
I want to separate yourself.
Get as far away from the belt as I can. Dr. Manhattan, I can't stand for boneless wing slander right now. Not at a time like this. There's nothing wrong with a boneless wing, all right? You stay clean. You don't get your fingers all dirty. There's, if you're a boning guy, that's fine, but boneless wings get the job done too, and I don't have a mess to clean up afterwards. So
my gripe with boneless wings is solely that they're called wings. I don't have any issue with ordering them. But I feel like they're 2 completely different things. They both do the same thing. It's just the way you eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't argue that. If you want to call them chicken nuggets, that's fine. Just don't, as Dr.
Tenders
Manhattan
is less demeaning. I think nuggets is where people
that's
get
what
really
I was going to say. Dr. Manhattan said it in a demeaning way. Just don't demean my chicken nuggets. That's all. All right.
Oh, see ya, Al.
Oh, good play. There we go. Go to the paint. The first 3 shots the Cavs took were 3-pointers. They got to look in the paint right there. Get Evan Mobley going. It's fine. Get it. Play good basketball for 2 minutes. You're right back in the game, and we go from there. Get it under control. It's good defense, but ball movement. It's an open corner 3. Oh, he was a little too far into the corner there.
Derek White missing threes will be nice because he killed us in the 3rd game.
Yep. All right, like the ball movement from the Cavs here. Good stuff from DG.
The nice thing with the Celtics, too, is as hot as they can look in quarters or stretches, they're so reliant on their 3-point shot that if it goes into a cold stretch, the Celtics offense goes from looking unstoppable to nothing can get going.
Yeah, and that's why even though they've been up by 20 each time against the Cavs this season, the Cavs have been able to fight back. But with that said, I don't want to go down 20, please.
No, that's how
put some points on the board here.
Just a positive spin zone.
A Mobley 3. They're taking a lot of threes here. It's already 0 for 5 now.
The
You
issue
got to get
that
something in the paint.
the Cavs can't fall into the Celtics offense and tempo because you're just allowing them to run what they want. And even though the Cavs offense is pretty fast and spray, but it's never to the same level that the Celtics is. The Celtics this season get 53% of their shot attempts from the 3-point line. So the Cavs are not doing that. They're just shooting very efficiently.
Oh my goodness. This is they are spraying threes right now. What's up, cool guy? This is a bad time to be checking in on us. We're not having fun yet.
No one here is having a cool time.
Honestly, the defense hasn't been bad despite the fact that they're shooting crazy. I'm not going to say it's good, but it's the fact that they just can't score. It's like it's right back to the issue that we've always had with this team is they have 2 points in the first 5-6 minutes of this game, 4 minutes of the game. You got to score points. You can't have 2 points in a 4-minute stretch against Boston. So the defense could definitely be better, but this is coming down to the offense right now. They're going to have to snap out of it, and if they're shooting, they're 0-5 from 3 already. They're not going to have a good 3-point shooting game against Boston. Then you have to be dominant defensively, and they're not being dominant defensively to start the game. So if it's a shootout and they're not, and they keep shooting the way they are, they're going to get run off the floor.
It's never a good sign when the Cleveland Cavs are advertising beer during the game. They're like, well, this will make it more enjoyable.
Yeah. They hit it early, too, for the first 4 minutes of the game.
Grab your favorite beverage and shotgun it real quick. All right. Well, how long until Kenny pulls the typhoon button here? Oh, my God.
Oh.
Wow.
Al Horford still being just a destroyer when he plays the Cavs.
That's not great. Oh, thank God.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. We don't need to get it
part
again.
2.
Oh.
Can't give him 2 looks. Hey, man. Well, you know what? The Cavs right now are just they're not rising to the occasion. That's about all I can say. This is bad. This is bad basketball being played by the Cavs.
This is just dormant, lazy basketball.
Yep. Absolutely. I think I jinxed it bringing out the belt. I shouldn't have done that. That was my bad, guys.
All right, so we're going to stream a different game.
The PS5 is on. Hey, man, there's no excuse for how the Cavs are playing. This is just not the way that they play basketball all season long. And for whatever reason, the offense hasn't been able to make a shot. They were really lackadaisical the last 2 plays right there. Like Mobley getting ripped, bringing the ball up the floor, someone coming behind him. That should never happen. And then a couple of the offensive rebounds. They were long rebounds, but you got to secure the possession there. You can't give Sam Hauser back-to-back open looks.
Yeah, it's just something where when the Celtics get going, they can go on an absolute roll. And the thing about the Mobley thing that's so annoying, where him getting picked at half court, is that Strus was behind him. And I think at one point, Evan turns around and looks at him like, dude, were you not going to tell me that Derek White was coming from right behind? It's like you can't get defeatist too early, and it feels like the Cavs already are just kind of going through the motions. They don't seem that pissed off about anything.
Yeah, they should have came out of that last time out looking pissed off, and then so far they are. They haven't. Seeing Bolo? No, I mean, listen, it's the regular season, so it only means so much, but this game definitely means something. The Cavs, it's going to be a huge uphill battle, but you got to try to fight back in this. It's way too early to give up, obviously, but this game does mean something, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I feel like the only way it wouldn't have meant as much to me is if the Cavs won by a substantial amount, and it's like you could point to reasons why that you shouldn't take it at its full value. It like a win's a win, but you can't say that was a template for how to beat a team that's missing 2 of its 5 starters.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just gonna say it, not to pile on, but the start DeAndre Hunter train it makes sense. It makes sense. You're seeing right away. I'm not saying that DeAndre Hunter changes everything right here, but there's no reason to start against Boston without your 5 best players on the floor. And I love Max Strus, but you got to start with your best 5.
Guys, this is a package store. Come on. Did you know that, Tony?
No, I didn't.
in New England, or maybe it's more Connecticut and Massachusetts, package stores are what you call liquor stores.
Okay.
I think it's
Learn something
Caucasian
new.
slang. Oh, man. I think it was because, I guess, people brown bag, like, the alcohol, so it was supposed to be,
Oh,
like, packaged, so it's, like,
mm,
disguised.
that makes sense.
I was
Now,
hoping
now
maybe
I know.
more.
Now I know the
Yeah,
local lingo.
a better player. Don't get Jackson going.
Yeah, let's see if Kenny made a change here. I wouldn't be surprised there's a new line about it. Ty Jerome looks like he's on the court. He's pressing the
I'd
tie
like
button. Did he press the Hunter button too?
Dean Wade.
Tristan Thompson's on his feet, hopefully not checking in.
I know, I was like, "Wait, Tristan's on the floor?" I heard Tristan, I'm like, "No."
I know, it looks like Struess still out there. Oh, DeAndre is in for Donovan.
And, Jerome is in for Mobley. Classic.
Oh, DG. There we go.
Garland's had a
Please,
good
get something to
stretch
the
against
rim.
the Celtics lately, even in their
Mm,
losses.
yeah. Yeah, his first game of the season was bad, but the other one was pretty good. The one they
Yeah,
won.
the one I wasn't there for.
All right, hey, you know what? They can miss. They can miss shots. Who would have thought?
That's crazy.
You know, if you're
Nice
gonna go
pass.
down by 20, I guess it's better to do it in the first 6 minutes than later in the game. Give yourself a little bit of room to come back. But good lord, we said it the entire build up to this, literally for over a week. We've been talking about, yeah, next time they play Boston, they just can't afford to go down 20 again. They just can't. They have to start off strong. They can't go down 20. 6 minutes into it, they're down 20. And it felt like that was the first time they really targeted Hauser. The first couple offensive possessions were just, they weren't like horrible, but just didn't love the process.
It didn't seem like they had an attack in mind. It kind of just felt like it was a freelance.
Mm.
It's like, oh, you guys
See,
are
right
hooking up
here's where you
threes?
want
We will
Hunter on
too.
Jaylen Brown. I know Hunter's on the floor right now, literally, but like that's just, you see,
Oh,
and
nice
hey,
strip.
Struess, good contest by Struess, by the way, too. Give him credit. Okay, Max, show me something.
All right.
I'll take it. I like it. Probably don't want to do that again, but it worked. Good contest right there. Okay, here we go now. Get some momentum.
There's some stats out there that shows that Cornette's actually been like a pretty good defender for them this year, which
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, no,
we
he
had him
actually
once.
he's like a very good vertical contest guy. Like he
We
can't really
had him
defend in space, but he's like a decent, stand in the paint and contest shots guy. Like a way worse Brook Lopez.
Oh,
All right.
Sam.
Thank Lord that they're missing shots.
Well, Sam Hauser took it under himself to be like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this."
All right, see this is a mismatch. DG go to work. Nice. So 2 good plays out of DG to recognize a mismatch and attack. That's been some of the best process that we've had tonight. And yeah, just got to keep it up. Got to chip away at this lead. Yeah, that's a really ugly looking layup from Max Struess, but it did go in, so we'll take it.
He was going for the foul. He was.
Yeah. Yeah, we are already in cut it to 10 mode. Just first half of the first quarter. There we go.
I feel like ESPN is never gonna want a Cavs game nationally ever again, because the Cavs, I feel like every time they're on ESPN, are either blowing a team out or getting blown out. So there's nothing to talk about.
I think we had the OKC game, and that was it. Although, was that on
Yeah.
ESPN or TNT? I don't even remember. Well, just
TNT,
national
I
TV,
think.
yeah. Also, real quick, just want to say shout out to everyone on the YouTube chat. I see the chat's popping off. So hello, welcome everybody. It's hard for me to look at the YouTube chat and watch the game at the same time. So if you're on YouTube and you want to watch the game on screen with us, go to playback.tv/fear the sword. And that's where you see in the bottom left on YouTube where the chat's popping up. That's the playback chat. So I can't see the YouTube chat, but thank you guys for being there. And if you just want to watch on YouTube and watch it on your screen too, feel free to do that too. I appreciate you guys being here.
I will see if I can pull it up on my second monitor.
Good idea. Yeah. Usually the YouTube audience isn't as big as the playback one, but I popped it up today, and we got Nate, Freddie B, Captain Fierce, Aunt Boogie, Razor. There's a lot of chat going on there. So
All right, live chat. Oh, does it not let me open the panel? That's strange. Well, what are you gonna do? I tried YouTube.
it's all good. I have it on my phone now. It's just still going to be a second screen to watch, but I'll do my best to see what's going on with you guys on YouTube. Welcome in. Roving Pursuits, what's up? Yeah, I mean, the Celtics are notorious for blowing leads, but not that notorious if you're talking about the Celtics, Freddie.
The Cavs are Trojan horsing the Celtics in the first quarter, and honestly, I respect Kenny for flexing his Coach of the Year acumen.
Yeah. Hey, if they come back from down 20 again, I'm just looking for ways to spin this. Like, obviously, you never want to go down 20, but if they go down 20 for the fourth game in a row against Boston and come back again and win after, as Freddie said, the Cavs have actually come back against the Celtics team over and over again. I guess in a weird way, if you're trying to spin it, it just shows like, hey, like even when the Celtics whoop our ass for stretches, we're still able to get their number. That would be sweet. So that would be a cool outcome. But I still just prefer not to go down 20 ever.
Yeah, no, that's not something I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yeah. Save me, Sam.
Oh! Free at last, Sam.
A Sam Merrill game in Boston, they never see it coming. We've been waiting for Sam to have a good game against the Celtics.
I feel like Boston people will be like, now that Merrill guy's got something.
Yeah.
Who the heck is 13?
I don't know. Oh, man.
I was too distracted by who the hell 13
Yeah,
is.
I was trying to get a closer look. I feel like he played against us before.
I know it's not Baylor Shireman, so I'm like, who is it?
Is it Drew something?
No.
Is his name like Drew Peterson?
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Did you see Knicks legend Huck Porty out for
Yeah.
6 weeks? I thought about adding you, being like our hero has fallen.
I saw that. I almost fell to my knees. Not Huck Porty, man. It's been too many injuries this year.
Huck Porty walked so Mitchell Robinson could run because he has come back tonight.
Cavs LQ, I'm not going to excuse Jarrett Allen, but I will say, one, the Celtics have made like every shot, so there's not many rebounds to grab. And two, they're shooting a bunch of threes, so the rebounds are going all the way out to like the free throw line. And Allen just hasn't really been around that area, but I'm not going to excuse him. Obviously, he's going to have to get active on the glass. And the first step to doing that is they got to get a damn stop because they haven't. Celtics, I don't know what they're shooting. If anyone has the number, I'm sure they're shooting a very high percentage. So first step to getting rebounds, you have to make them miss a shot. And then hopefully someone will be in the right place because a lot of their rebounds, they shoot a lot of threes. So a lot of them are going to be, long rebounds.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the offensive boards, if there have been some, are from wings, not from who Jarrett should be matched up with.
Yeah, I think I remember, I forget who said it, but I know the Celtics, like in practice, they literally tell their players for offensive rebounds. Oh, all right, Ty Jerome, let's go. The Celtics literally instruct their players to go to the free throw line area on rebounds, like on their own missed 3-pointers. They're like, the ball's going to pop out outside of the paint more often than not. So they crash to the free throw line more than they crash to the basket when they attempt 3-pointers.
Jackson openly admitting he's not a Merrill stan anymore. That's tough.
Yeah, Sam did the same thing. He pulled one from almost the same spot. Here we go.
Also, that was a really short rest for Mobley.
Yeah, right back in there. He's getting the Tibbs treatment tonight.
Get ready to learn Thibodeau.
Here we go. All right, just like that, it's 12 points. Now you have to close the quarter strong because Boston can put this right back up to 20 in the last 2 minutes. But if you close the next minutes, just breaking even or even chipping away even further, you're feeling okay after a really bad start. Good D from Sam Merrill here. still gets a bucket, but the dude fights. That was very physical defense. He just doesn't have the physical tools to really stop Jaylen Brown. Like, that was the best he could have possibly played. Ty Jerome, please.
Oh my God.
The floater. 12-point game. Just at least break even in these next minute and a half right here.
Yeah, that's
right,
offensive
foul.
pick.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Literally shoved
10.
him.
Who's got the Austin Carr meme?
Flex Seal.
Yeah. I was trying to find that the other day. Honestly, it was like over a month ago. I remember I was trying to find it, and I could not find it anywhere. Like, I was Googling, like, Austin Carr, Flex Seal, Austin Carr, get it within 10. Every, like, variation. I could not find that picture.
I would just scour Justin Rowan's Twitter media because
I should have.
There was a stretch where he was just a meme central.
Yeah. Ty Jerome pull-up 3. Got it to within 10. Let's go. We're back. But you got to close the last minute strong still. Boston could hit 2 threes right here and ruin it. You still got to play strong.
Make it so a box score watcher is looking at it being like, oh, wow, close first quarter. Not seeing what actually transpired.
Man, they're going at Sam Merrill right there, and he played good initial defense, but then they didn't get the rebound. You watch the replay right here. Like, this is the best defense that Sam Merrill could possibly play. He just doesn't have the size.
Sam Merrill is having a rough stretch for fouls.
Oh, man, yeah. He's looking like Jaren Jackson Jr., man.
The guard version of Triple J.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Sam's fault, old kid. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I articulated it well, but like, he is literally doing everything he possibly could right there. Someone else has to help him out on the board. Javonte Green, Jackson said this earlier today in one of the Fear the Sword group chats. He doesn't really feel like Javonte Green's going to play just because the team right now is so deep, and he just got to the team that we probably won't play him, but like, they'll probably turn to Okoro before they go to Green. Just because Okoro's been here for years. With that said, though, if they went to Green, I would like to see it. You might as well throw everything you can at the wall here, since this is your last time you're going to see them before the playoffs. But you're going to see Okoro before you see Green, and you'll see Dean Wade before you see Green. Oh, wait, what? Oh, did that go off of Merrill? I didn't see. Wait a second. Is he challenging it?
Yeah, he has to be. There's are they subbing? Unless
it hit Merrill, which it sounds like it did. I mean, that was very clearly off of Tatum, but I think it bounced off Merrill. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go.
Oh,
yeah, it went off Merrill.
Damn it, Sam.
Get out of the way, Sam.
That's going to be reflected in the grades.
Oh, this is what I mean. You got to close the quarter strong. Put it right back up to 13 here if he makes the free throw.
I can already hear the Bill Simmons podcast.
I don't want to hear it.
I tell you what, man. Ty Jerome is overrated.
Jayson Tatum, he's doing a lot of stuff out there.
The thing that's like the most hilarious about Bill is he never goes into specifics. He's a guy who can do everything, man.
He knows where to be. He knows his spots. Doing stuff everywhere.
He shoots the leather out the ball, man. All right, Rob. What do you think?
I've been watching basketball my whole life, and he just does things.
He reminds me of Larry Bird.
Here we go. Come on, please.
Oh,
man, they've hit some big shots here to keep it somewhat competitive. Now hearing bad Bill Simmons impersonations. Hey, at this point, Bill Simmons is kind of a bad impersonation of himself, but
true. Also, I feel like that was kind of decent, but whatever.
Yeah, come on now. Wait a second. Oh, Jackson wasn't there for the
Grantland days.
Yeah, the Grantland Jalen Rose previews.
I loved those previews, man.
I ate those up. Those were so fun. Jalen Rose definitely was a big part of it, but they were good. Yeah, Tatum was great that first quarter. I mean, the Celtics were great that first quarter. Injuries or not, there's a reason why they're the champions. They have a hell of a team. It's like Boston, Cleveland, and OKC are the deepest teams in the NBA, and Boston's kind of flexing that strength right now because even with all those injuries, they whooped their ass the first quarter. But the Cavs did a good job of getting it back to, is it 12 now?
Yeah.
Listen, It's not ideal, but at least you're in the game. Easily could have been a 25, 30-point game with the way it started.
Hello, Cleveland Cavaliers.
What's up, Cleveland Cavaliers?
Can you like fix yourself for like the next 3 quarters?
Yeah, we need you out of the chat. We need you in the huddle figuring this out.
These Celtics alternates are just hideous.
Yeah, I don't like them. Ain't no mountain high enough is the answer.
Oh, he even sang it. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the anxiety that kid has. Clenched fists.
I would be nervous too, man. I would hate to get called up for this. Let me shoot the half-court shot.
How far into this are they going to go?
They're in the whole song.
Do they have the licensing for this? It's a love story. Is it Baby Just Say Yeah?
Oh my God, I don't think he knows it. It's a love story, Baby Just Say Yes.
Oh, yes.
Hey, come on now. Man, he's really
I always thought it was yeah. Baby Just Say Yeah.
You would have lost on a technicality.
Oh man, I don't get my hideous highlighter Celtics jersey. Kid, you got to unclench those fists.
Oh man, I don't know this one.
Pick me up before you go.
Oh, okay. I knew the song, but I didn't know what part of the song we were in. Okay.
That kid has the smile every time, being like, killed it.
Oh, it's Wake Me Up Before You Go?
Oh, what did I say? Get me up?
I thought it was like Get Me Up or Pick Me Up.
Wake me up before you go.
Jeez, no one in Boston can miss right now.
I'm not at the game right now, but get my eyewear. I'm also going to say it's messed up. They did a giveaway the one time I'm not there.
Yeah.
I just want the free swag.
Saw something ideal on Twitter. This is basically how other teams have felt playing us lately. The worst 5 minutes of their lives. Yeah, that was a really bad opening.
Every time.
That was an awful start to the game.
You know, sometimes in life you have to get humbled. Unfortunately, the Cavs just keep getting humbled by the same team repetitively. So
it ain't over yet, but yeah, man, it's a bad first quarter. I'm gonna need them to continue to show some resilience as they did the last 3 games and get back into this, because there's still like this game. I've said it over and over again. This game still matters. I still think it matters. If you come back and win, that's a great feel good victory. So you made it hard. You took the hardest possible path there, but let's see what they got in the second quarter.
The Cavs know minor setback for a major comeback. That's the philosophy against the Celtics.
That's how you got to do it. See, Dean Wade's in. That's what you have to do. You have to lull the Celtics into a 20-point lead and then put Dean Wade into the game to watch it all go away.
They need a reason to put Dean in. Yeah. Like, we wouldn't do this normally. But
Dean was ready to get up earlier, but Kenny said, no, wait till it's 25. You gotta stay on the bench till we're down at least 20. Then we can put Dean Wade in.
Oh, wow. Good pass.
Oh, good ball movement. Oh, man. Ty Jerome versus Peyton Pritchard. So we talk about this when the Cavs. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Real quick, I was just going to say, we talk about this when the Cavs get big leads and other teams start to make a little bit of a comeback. When you go up by 15 or 20 points early on, you give yourself such a cushion, because even if the other team goes on like a 7-0 run, all you need to do is respond with a little 6-0 run yourself, and you're back up by like 15. So the Cavs, there's truth to that get it to within 10 statement from Austin Carr. You got to get it to within 10, but you have to keep chipping away, because if you get stuck at that, if we're stuck down 13 to 10 points for the next quarter, then you're not really getting anywhere. You got to get over that hump. And it really is. Once you get it under 10, it's like a weight gets lifted off your shoulders. I don't know. You start to actually gain momentum. So Cavs right now, this is a very important stretch in the game.
Yeah, there's always the human element of basketball that I think sometimes gets lost, where it's so much easier to play hard when you're within reach, but saying like, why are they trying hard when they're down 20 in the middle of the third is another different thing. And to the Cavs, it's like, outside of just pride, I feel like there's not much else to why the Cavs would like claw back if they're down 20 that late.
Man, another three from Boston. That one was relatively contested by Mobley, too. They're just on fire.
Oh.
Man, that's a tough shot for Mitchell. All right, here we go. Like I said, it's going back and forth between 10 and 13. They got to get it under the hump. And here comes Okoro to get it done. Oh, nice steal.
Probably for Merrill, I would assume.
Yeah. Mobley Euro.
Oh,
nice. Here we go. All right, it's 9. I'm not going to feel good till they get it to, under 5, honestly. But 9 points, this is nice. Now you need to stop. It's a fake comeback till it gets to within 5, in all honesty.
Jump.
Here we go. Nice. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. That's all they got to do right now.
Donnie saw Okoro's like, I got this.
Yeah, that's where Luke Kornet being on the floor instead of Kristaps Porzingis makes a difference because Kornet is just kind of clogging the paint right there, and Mobley's able to shade over and help. If Porzingis is out there, he's 25 feet from the basket, and Mobley can't be down there. So it is a different look for the Celtics team. They get even better when Porzingis is out there. All right, go straight to Horford. Oh, Mobley. Great help defense right there.
Point ice. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Pull up over the drop? No.
All right.
Oh, nice. Go right to the short roll, though. That's a foul.
Kornet, how could you?
Dean.
You two played together. Show Okoro some respect, Luke. That 10-day wasn't too long ago.
I know, man. It's crazy how quickly they switch up on you.
It's only been since like 2020.
Dean kind of got cooked on 2 plays right there defensively. We don't love to see that.
Dean's human, all right? He can have bad possessions.
It's true. It's true. It's just rare. It's rare you see him get cooked once, let alone back-to-back plays. Point Merrill?
Right. They saw summer league footage, was like, we could work with that.
Another pull-up 3. Nice rebound. Nice.
Oh,
right back up. Let's go.
Oh, my God. You better call a timeout, Joe.
You don't want Okoro to get going.
He's like, holy shit, what was that?
All right, still within 10.
Just the way we like it.
And look, this is what keeps happening every single time we play the Celtics. Since that opening 5 minutes, the Cavs have basically played them even. It's been a back and forth game. It's just the first 4 minutes of the game. We got Boston brought out the belt, and we've been trying to recover ever since. And so if you just didn't go down 25-3, this would be like a tie game right now. But you got spanked in the opening minutes.
Technically, the Cavs have been outplaying the Celtics for basically like 8 minutes.
Yeah,
but
I mean it's so annoying. I tweeted this out actually. Let me pull this up because I did the math today. I was counting like Oppenheimer. I don't know if that was a good reference. I was just trying to think of another movie reference. Let me see. Where is this? Where's this tweet?
Let me tell you why Robert Downey Jr. shouldn't have won the Oscar for Oppenheimer.
Here it is. Okay, so this is the combined scores of the first 3 games between Boston and Cleveland. In the first half, Boston is winning by plus 25. In the second half, Cleveland's winning by plus 19. So it's literally they're just taking turns beating each other up each half. If the Cavs could just not get outscored like crazy in the first half, they'd be winning these games, but they're not doing good in the first half. And also I have to address this in the chat. Dune Part 1 still slaps. I know that's the unpopular opinion here, but Dune Part 1 still slaps. I would watch that 4 times. I think I have seen it probably at least 3 times. So I gotta address the haters in the chat.
All
Dune
3.
Part 1 still slaps. It just doesn't slap as much as Dune Part 2.
How would you like a long prequel? A long prologue.
I also in other movie news, you know what? The Bro Show, I did not see it in IMAX, and it haunts me to this day. but I'm waiting for it to be re-released. And in other movie news, I saw Interstellar for the first time in theaters in the Dolby Atmos Encore experience, which is better than IMAX. It's like it's the biggest screens in Cleveland. The screen's way bigger, and more importantly, the sound is insane. It literally feels like you're on a roller coaster, dude. It's like you can feel your bones vibrating. The sound is so loud. So the docking scene in Interstellar, multiple scenes in Interstellar, had me feeling like I was transcending. That was one of the best movie experiences I've ever had. And if you're in the Cleveland area, this is not a paid sponsorship. I wish it was. If you're in the Cleveland area, they're showing that in Encore all the way until next week, all the way through Thursday, I think, next Thursday. So go see it if you're in the Cleveland area. I can't recommend it enough.
And if not, Amazon does it no justice, because I watched it on Amazon, and let me tell you, it was still really good. But I can only imagine the Matthew McConaughey crying behind the bookshelf. It's way harder.
Yeah, it's way harder. And if you don't have time to go see Interstellar in theaters, Dune Part 2 is on Netflix, I think. So go see that.
I think it's on HBO.
Oh, okay. I know they had like Part 1 on Netflix, then Part 2 on HBO, and then I think Part 1
you
got
might
removed.
be right.
I know it was like mixed, which is really stupid. A lot of Sam Merrill minutes.
Warner Brothers product.
Kind of surprised Merrill's been on the floor so long. Here we go, Dean.
Kenny knows that.
Okay,
Merrill's
Sam, here we go.
Some good fouls. Oh, bang! Oh, good.
Okay,
pass.
good play. Good play out of Sam.
Tony, have you ever thought about creating movie review content?
You know what? I think it would be fun. I just got to do it. I don't know why. I'm a procrastinator. I do, but I don't actually write any reviews. I just basically use it to remember what movies I've seen. Like I'll just give the stars. I don't write any reviews.
I just recently started writing reviews.
Yeah.
On my Letterboxd.
Hell yeah. Everyone go follow Corey.
Don't. I have a format that's really stupid and no one will like it.
Oh, don't say that, man. The people will love it. You got to give them a chance.
The Monkey.
Oh, I got to see that. I really plan on seeing that because that's a Stephen King story. So I'm a short story King guy. Yeah. I haven't read it yet.
Liberties with it, so
I've heard. Yeah, I don't know anything about the movie. I've just heard that it differs from the book, but I haven't read or the short story, but I haven't read that either. So I'm excited.
I really liked it, but I can see why people disliked it at the same time. I think it was fun, but don't go into it expecting a bone-chilling experience.
Yeah, I've heard it's like there's some comedy in it, which I think is fun.
Comedy it takes over the movie. I feel like it takes away from what I think they were trying to do at times.
Hey, good putback from Dean. Nice. But
we're cutting down to 6.
Hey, I didn't even realize it was 6. That's why. Okay, last movie comment for until the next time out. Cavs LQ. If I created a movie review content, would you watch? Because if you watch, if I get my lovely playback chat supporters, then maybe I'll actually do it one day. Right now, we're focused on this comeback. Corey will join me. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't think I could do it solo, so I would need my friends. And Jackson only watches Star Wars, so I can't do it with him. I'm just kidding.
Jackson will be like, so this reminds me of Andor season 1.
Hell yeah, Cavs LQ. I appreciate that. Yeah, the only bad thing about Interstellar is that there's no sand planet for them to explore. You get like an ice one, a water one, but they don't go on a sand planet. Like where was Arrakis?
They knew that the crossover would just shatter people.
I looked at the Letterboxd reviews for Interstellar afterwards, and they were like, who would have thought that this would only be the second most successful space movie for Timothée Chalamet? And it's like, yeah, I guess it kind of is. Oh, let's go, Cavs.
Oh my. Wait, is he the son?
Yeah, people forget.
Oh my god! Whoa.
He is in the movie.
No wonder you saw it.
No. Although that was the best part. No, I'm just kidding. But
he is walk out of the theater. All right, I've seen enough.
That's good enough.
Right, Tony does more work for the Chalamet Oscar tour than anyone else.
I'm doing my part. All right, I'm doing my part like a good citizen.
Then maybe one day Timothy will, give you your flowers.
He knows. Deep down, he knows there's people out
Bang.
there looking out for him.
Yup.
Let's go. 3-point game. All right. Here we go. 1 possession game. Still very early in the second quarter too. So they weathered that storm and came right back. So let's go, man. Yeah, keep talking about movies working.
So the
Yeah,
interesting thing about McConaughey and Interstellar is Anne Hathaway. What was going on there?
This reminds me of the scene in Interstellar where Matt Damon blows the airlock and you think it's over, and then Matthew McConaughey says we're docking. That's what the Cavs just did. The Cavs just said, people thought it was over, and the Cavs hit up Tars at the timeout right there. His name is Tars, right? The robot. They pulled it together.
I'm getting the vibe from the chat that they really want to solo Tony YouTube channel. So I'll gladly
what
step
an
off.
old kid said. If Tony had one movie review fan, it would be me. No, we'll get you in there too. You have to cross over to become a Dune Part 1 enjoyer. That's the barrier.
I've watched it. I've done more than most. And I don't hate it.
That's the only interview question. What were your thoughts of Dune Part 1?
If your answers are shorter than 5 minutes, you can't be on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I don't make the rules. Although I kind of
my
Dean
God.
Wade 3. All right, let's try to focus on this game. Hopefully
This
that doesn't
reminds
mean
me-
we're gonna jinx it.
This Cavs run reminds me of Interstellar when the wave comes to the ship.
Yeah.
The Celtics are the
hey,
ship.
That's basically what a typhoon is like in real time. Oh, look at the bench points. 25-3. Cavs 25-3. So DeAndre Hunter, Ty Jerome, and Dean Wade, and Sam Merrill hit a 3 too. They've made a big difference. Woo! I like the way DG is played, by the way.
I need Derek White to calm down.
Same.
I feel like anytime the Cavs have momentum, that's their get out of jail button. It's like, let's have Derek. Yep, hook up a 3, dude. I can't stand Derek White. I liked him better when he had hair. Hot take.
Yeah.
When the inside
11
the NBA guys didn't
three-pointers.
bully him. Oh, our guy Ice
All right, Cavs.
showing some grit.
They're sicking Dean Wade onto Derek White. They said enough is enough.
Jackson flips his opinion on the zone every month.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Oh, good. All right. Well. Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Fellas.
I told you, man. Isaac Okoro, he's just built different. Down by 3 still.
This guy.
I forgot about the Rudy Gay, not this guy video. That's a classic. That's such a classic video. Cool guy. Hey man, you know what? You were relatively friendly to us when we were down 20, so we won't be hostile towards you. It's like I said, if the Cavs could just not look like a G League team in the opening minutes, we'd be on your ass. But unfortunately, they just can't start a game strong.
Wait, is Cool Guy a Celtics fan?
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't know that.
I think he's from the Boston area too, so you guys could be neighbors for all you know. I know you're not in Boston, but you're in the New England area.
Do you think he goes to the Packy?
Maybe. Maybe you've seen him at the Packy before and didn't even know it.
I never thought a Timothy Chalamet merchant would be in Boston. Just kidding. I feel like that really lines up.
I feel like the fans who have done this contest are just literally, they look the exact same. It's been the same white boy in every in-arena entertainment segment. Oh, Rudy Gay's retiring? Did that just happen? Oh, no.
No.
That was a while ago. I was going to say, is that new?
I'm watching the video as we speak.
That's the video, yeah. Yeah, that was cool guys attacking me with the Timothy Chalamet merchant. But you know what?
Hey.
One day you'll all see. You'll all see. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna drop an Interstellar take. Well, It's not really an Interstellar take, but just reference. Honestly, I might be a bigger Matthew McConaughey fan than I'm a Timothy Chalamet fan. I love Matthew McConaughey. I wish he was in more movies. Is this a bad take? I feel like this
betrays you.
Okay, well, listen, Timothy's still young, so we'll give him credit. And Timothy's definitely in better
You can no
movies.
longer call him Timothy. It's Tim now.
No,
all right?
no. Hey, listen, they're basically father and son, so I'm allowed to do this. But no, dude, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, Matthew McConaughey
Tony!
is so good, but he's
just
not.
so-
He's in like no movies. He's in a lot of shitty movies. He's only in like a couple good movies, and then one season of
True
True
Detective?
Detective, which is amazing. Yeah,
I
it's
was
like
gonna
those
ask
are
if
his
you
two
watched
hits.
it.
He's so good in that. I
Matthew
forgot
McConaughey.
Timothy was in Don't Look Up. I didn't really like that movie all that much. I mean, it's
hated that
fun, but
movie.
like I got over the premise so early, you know.
It was too in your face. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
There was there's a line where satire is just too much, and it
Too much,
leans
yeah.
way too heavy into it. It's like, what if we really commit to this
That's-
bit the
That's how
entire
I
time?
felt.
It's kind of how I felt about The Substance towards the end too. I don't know if
I
you
haven't
watched
seen
that.
it yet. I need to see it. I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. It's just not easy to find. It's not on streaming. I know it was on something with like a free trial, but I was like, I don't feel like doing that. I'm gonna forget.
You don't want to get a movie trial?
That's how they get you. Yeah, he's Matthew McConaughey's doing all these damn commercials. I need him to get back in the studio.
He's also
and
teaching.
make a movie. Yeah, I saw that too. I literally Googled it yesterday. I was like, why hasn't Matthew McConaughey been in like any good movies since Interstellar? He's been in some movies, but like none of them have really been that good.
Was Wolf of Wall Street after?
I think so, but he's like a very small. It's around the same
Yeah.
time, but he's like such a small role in that.
Dallas Buyers Club was also him, right?
I never saw it, but he won an Oscar for that, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so maybe I'll have to check that out soon. All right, Cavs down 5 now. 4 minutes left in the first half.
I think when
You're lucky
we
I'm-
do our movie podcast, we should just actually talk about the Cavs.
Yeah, we'll really surprise people.
On playback, we're like, so the thing about Dean Wade's minutes against Boston.
Man, I hope we don't annoy the chat. Considering everyone's still here, I'm going to assume that we're not annoying you too much, but we will try to talk about the actual game that's happening. But hey, I'm going to tell you right now, the Cavs do better when we stop paying attention. But yeah, so 7-point game now.
Dialed in.
Oh, in and out from Dean Wade.
Tatum forgot how to dribble for a second, bringing it up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Dude, just like that. It happened so quick.
The thing about Tatum or the Celtics that's so annoying is like they can literally just decide to shoot the three. Like they don't set up anything. They kind of just like pick up their dribble at any point. You're like, yeah, now seems like a good time. They don't run any intricate sets.
There's an ounce of daylight. I'm just going to pull up from above the break. No problem.
And I want to know what Missoula's clipboard looks like in these huddles. It just says open equals shoot.
3. Yeah. All right, DeAndre Hunter, I need you to put the clamps down on Tatum.
Oh, man.
Coro being physical.
And there goes Okoro probably. Oh. Are we taking Hunter out then?
Is Garland having a bad shooting night? Someone on YouTube said another bad shooting night against Boston for Garland. I feel like he's played good. So. Maybe he's not hitting the 3. I don't know what he's shooting from 3, but I feel like Garland's played good tonight.
I feel like he's been good in the paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I've enjoyed his drives in the paint at least. I feel like he's done a good job of getting the mismatch.
Okay, so 3 for 7.
He's 3 for 7, 0 for 3 from deep. So he's 3 of 4 on the other shots, 6 assists. I think Garland's playing good. I wouldn't blame him for this. He definitely needs to hit his threes, but I wouldn't blame Garland for this one. Dude, you're kidding me. He's banking the 3.
Guess how many points the Celtics bench has?
It was 3 the last time they showed it. Is it still 3?
Yeah.
Nice.
The Cavs bench is playing out of its mind.
Yeah, they're keeping us in the game. Here we go, Mobley.
Damn it!
Good take. Yeah, someone Nate in the chat points out that Jarrett Allen is a minus 25. That is tough. Or wait, no, they said it's gonna be minus 25. I don't know what it actually is. I think that was a prediction. Check. Yeah, nice take from DG. I think he's playing a good game.
Garland, Mitchell, and Strus all pretty much have minus 23.
Okay. Yeah, because they got whooped in the opening minutes.
Oh my God.
dude. Like, listen, the defense isn't perfect, but also what can you do when they're shooting like this? I mean, this is why I give the Celtics the benefit of the doubt and say that they're the favorite to win the title. You can't guard them when they shoot like this, man. The Cavs have stretches like this too, but the Celtics, like you've mentioned, they don't even need daylight. Like, they could just rise over anybody and shoot. So this is why if they play like this, you can't beat them. If they shoot
have the
this
length,
well, you
they
just
have
can't
the
beat 'em.
height, they have the spacing. They have a system where you can't really even necessarily commit to the perimeter because they all have attacking capable wings. It's not like they're all one-dimensional. I'd say Hauser's probably the most one-dimensional of the players that they have, but Hauser is still an elite shooter. So it's not even like something where you can kind of just pencil him in to do one type of thing.
Yeah, they quite literally have a perfect basketball team. I know they don't have like the number one player in the world, but there's no weaknesses on this roster. And if they shoot the ball this well, you just literally cannot beat them. The only way you're going to get over it is if they don't like. There's a lot of variance that comes with this style, so it is possible that 4 out of 7 games in a playoff series they don't shoot this well. But they ran to the championship last year doing it. I think they'll have a harder time this year. But you're seeing why I continue to say that they're still the favorite. They're shooting 14 of 26 from 3. I think the Cavs can beat them, but this is not the formula for beating them.
I also think if Hunter is on the floor, you should take don't have Mobley match up with Tatum anymore. Let him continue to go against Horford so he can kind of help out if necessary.
Garland with the kiss of death. It's not really a kiss of death when you're losing. I guess he's just blowing a kiss, but still,
love's in the air.
Yeah, 11.6 assists for DG. Finally hits a 3 right there.
This is the lineup I imagine that will probably translate to the most success for this game, especially with with a smaller Celtics lineup with Horford at the 5. So I'll be interested to see if Kenny, after this half, maybe even pushes this out at the start of the second half. This is where Mitchell lies down for a few minutes.
Hopefully he didn't hit his face. I don't think he did. Reminded me of the Garland one, but I don't think he landed it.
That one was brutal.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of surprised on the injury report it was a hip.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, that was...
Yeah. See, I think he's just kind of laying down for a second, catching his breath. I don't think he got hurt there, but I don't know.
We're going to be like, Donovan Mitchell, broken fibula. Oh.
Yeah, we are not doctors, but there's a coach challenge.
I mean, we could make that part of our new YouTube channel.
Yeah. 3rd YouTube channel.
Hey guys, subscribe to our 2nd YouTube channel of our movie channel where we just dissect sports injuries.
Hey man, the movies and medical opinions. Yeah, there's a huge market for that right now. No, but that's clearly a foul, by the way. Right? Did they call this on Tatum?
Yeah.
I didn't hear they call. Yeah, it's clearly a foul. But yeah, I'm hearing there's a huge audience for movies and medical opinions. So we should fill that space. There's no one doing that right now. What's the name of your movie review called? We got to workshop some stuff. I haven't thought of it. I honestly, if that happens, which I would genuinely be down, I'd probably just upload it under the same channel that I'm already using. But we would have to come up with a good name for it because the Junkyard Pod hit me like a bolt of lightning. I was like, that's it. We were trying to think of pod names for the longest time. I was trying to work Cavaliers, like other things. I was like, I can't think of anything good. And then one day in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, it came to me. I was like, the Junkyard Pod. And I was like, that's it. That's the one. It has to be that.
I feel like because it's Tony and I'm totally fine being in the passenger seat, it has to be some play on the word Dune.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I'll have to start rattling around some Dune references.
Or Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, well, it'll just be named Timothy Chalamet. That's it.
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet chat. No, that's not going to work. We'll get there. We'll get there. Can't think out loud. This has to come naturally, It'll come. We'll name it Cool Guy 551 and just take over his platform. We'll
use the
he
profile
didn't copyright
picture.
it yet, so we'll take.
Is that your gamer tag? It'd be a real shame if someone took it.
Yeah, Mitchell and Garland have both played really well. Honestly, like I I think the Cavs are playing okay now at this point. Boston is just shooting the lights out, and I hate to simplify it that way and not offer any like further analysis, but you can't really talk any deeper X's and O's until they stop shooting 14 and 26 from three. Like there's no X's and O's at that point. They're shooting the leather off the ball. Even on mid-range pull-ups, they can't miss. So like I don't know how you get them out of this, but it's hard to talk adjustments until they cool down.
I think it's fair to say that the Cavs offense is playing well, where if you were matching this up against other halves that normal teams have, you'd be like, you wouldn't leave this disappointed. But the defense has just been rough in the sense that the ball's not falling their way.
Yeah, Tatum apparently has 30 already. I didn't know he had 30, but it doesn't surprise me to hear that because he's been on fire. Yeah, and he's been playing really well the last few months. So, I mean, he's a fantastic player, man.
Oh no.
Oh, see, they did not close this quarter strong. What was it? Was it a 3-point game with like 4 minutes left?
Yeah.
So again, got to close the quarter strong. You end up in a 10-point deficit. You're not out of it, but not the first half you wanted.
Yeah, that casual 30 for Tatum. That's all right.
Yeah, 30 at half. This is how the last 3 games have gone against Boston pretty much. We've been down big every single time. They've only lost by single digits in each of those games because, as I said, the way this season series has gone is Boston kills us in the first half, and then we kind of get them back in the second half. And Boston has won 2 out of those 3 just by hanging on to the lead. We'll see if they can come back this time. I'm interested to see how this team comes out of halftime and what happens if Boston does cool down because they're playing with crazy high variance and they could easily finish the game shooting this well too. They've done it all year. What are the major adjustments they need to make to be successful? First thing is you genuinely do need a little bit of shooting variance to swing your way. Boston can't keep shooting the way that they are. There's no adjustment to stop that. I would play Hunter a little bit more. Like Corey said, that lineup out there, it was Hunter, Mobley, was it Strus, Mitchell, and Garland?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It was the starters minus Allen for Hunter.
Yeah. You probably want to play more with one big on the floor. Rely a lot on Wade and Hunter. Offensively, I really like them getting into the paint more after that opening stretch. I think Darius is doing a really, really good job dictating things whenever he has the ball. Like I think they've gotten good looks whenever Garland is on the controls. Strus, I'm not loving what I'm seeing from Strus so far. Allen is having one of those weird games where he just isn't very active. So I don't know if you can. I feel like there haven't been many instances where Allen looks out of it in the first half and then snaps awake in the second. So I'm interested to see, like, do you? I mean, I'm sure Kenny's still going to play him. But like as Dan said, like hopefully Allen wakes up is all I'm trying to say there, basically. And then the only other adjustment I guess would be I still would like to see like no zone. Just trust your one-on-one defense. Let DeAndre Hunter guard Jayson Tatum. Play DeAndre Hunter and Dean Wade together. Honestly, I want put Wade on Tatum or Brown and Hunter on the other one. Let Mobley play on one of the bigs. And just trust your one-on-one defense. If they can pull up difficult mid-range threes over your one-on-one defense, then you kind of have to live with it. But what you can't do is let them, get past the first defender, collapse the defense, and then they kick it out for an open catch and shoot 3. You can't do that. You have to try and make them work for it one-on-one with your 2 best wing defenders and try to survive that way because you can't just get into rotation against this team. They're too good. They move the ball too well and they shoot the 3 ball too well.
Yeah, I wish it was as simple as blitz Tatum when he touches the ball, but they have such good shooters that they'll just connect it and find it real quick. So it's kind of time for the Cavs to experiment with who do they believe matches up with Tatum in isolation the best. And I think we've been saying, like Tony said, Hunter, it'd be good to get him some reps, kind of see, because you're not even doing it for now, you're doing it for the postseason as well. Like, yes, it would be nice for the Cavs to come back and win this game, but this is also where you can kind of see what answers you have heading into the postseason with the Celtics in mind. So I wouldn't mind if they kind of just got crazy with looking at stuff for the future, even if they lose this game, because it's one regular season game, and I'd rather get more answers than just, wow, the Cavs had a good shooting night in the second half and the Celtics went cold as the reason why they won. I want to see like a pinpoint reason, and so the staff knows how to build out their series plan in the future.
Yeah, it's a really good point. It's kind of the question that I'm sure Kenny is going to be grappling with, is like, how much do we stick to our guns and do what has worked all season to try and get another win? And, or like Corey said, how much do you try to just find answers and search for what can work against this team? Nate on YouTube asks, who do you think Kenny will open the second half with? I think that goes with the question that we just talked about, is like, does Kenny stick to his guns and keep the same starting five that he's used all year? Or does he come out with Hunter out there, maybe even Hunter and Wade? Or what does he do? I'd imagine, if I'm guessing, I think Kenny's going to start with the same five, and then maybe he'll pivot to other things. That would be my guess. But yeah, I would kind of like to, hey, even, I know we talked like Javonte Green might not play, but like even try Javonte Green out there as well with Hunter and Wade and Okoro and Mobley maybe. Like, you get no offense, but like, just, you got to try things. You got to try things at this point. Now that lineup would be like mid fourth quarter, the game's basically over. But like maybe Javonte Green with Mitchell and Hunter or something like that, or Jerome. Like, I would like to see some different lineups that we haven't seen all year, because this is the last time to try them. And again, like I said, you got to trust your one-on-one defense. You still have to play basketball. So like, there's going to be rotations and help defense, but you really have to try to just put your best defenders on Tatum and Brown and trust them to play one-on-one and help it if it becomes absolutely necessary. But like, try to trust them one-on-one. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, I'd like to see that lineup where it's Mitchell, Okoro, Hunter, Wade, and Mobley. I think the one that we saw against the Timberwolves, I think that would be another good one that they could throw out against the Celtics. I think just trying to match their hype, but not sacrificing offense to the extent, because that lineup that you mentioned with Green in there, that I think that you really have to feel confident that either Okoro or Mobley was going to be able to run offense out of that set. And, you know, I like Mobley running some offense, but I don't see half-court offense.
I got carried. I was just naming
what's
guys.
In that tea?
No, I got carried away with that one. But I would like to see, like, again, I think CAVS LQ just said it right. I don't think Kenny will switch the lineup for the second half, but he might end up pivoting. Like, he's not going to open the second half with a surprise, I don't think. But by end of the third quarter, he might start experimenting, depending on how the game's going. So that's what I'm looking for.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna fill up my water for the second.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, nothing, no rebounds from Allen yet. Again, there's definitely circumstances that are making it more difficult for him. He spent a lot of time being either dragged out onto the perimeter, or again, the Celtics aren't missing shots, so it's hard to grab rebounds. But yeah, like, there's still no excuse. He's out there to get the board. Got to find a way to do it. It's kind of like the New York series, which I know we said we would never talk about again, but in that series, yes, there were many factors that led to Allen not being in the right position or the optimal position to get rebounds. But there also is the universal truth that his job is to get rebounds. You got to find a way to do it. So Boston's making it really difficult for him. But if you're going to beat Boston, it's going to be difficult. So you got to find a way to do it. So hopefully Allen gets, a little more motivated in the second half or something. I don't know. But if he doesn't, then you got to play Mobley at the 5, Wade or Hunter at the 4. Ideally, I would like Wade and Hunter next to Mobley with Mitchell and Garland. That's what I want to see. If Jarrett Allen doesn't have it in the second half, I think that's your next best bet, is playing Hunter and Wade together. And yeah, I agree with Corey D on YouTube, who says we need to come out and get on a run, because it feels like we're constantly behind in the momentum. Yeah, you need to get momentum. You need to seize momentum as soon as possible in the second half, and take the lead, retake the lead. I know it sounds silly, but you can't stay around the 10-point deficit, because Boston's too good. You're gonna have to go on a big run and retake the lead and get this game back into your favor. Because if you don't do that, if you just keep hovering between down 10 and down 5, Boston's just going to keep answering. You need to throw a knockout punch to beat a team like Boston. You can't just keep throwing jabs at them like they have been all night. You got to throw a real haymaker at them. Yeah, I'd like to see them attack the paint a little bit more. I think Garland's done a good job at that. Mitchell as well. Ty Jerome, we haven't really talked about him, but he was really good. He helped bring us back into the game during that end of the first quarter and start of the second. So I would like to see Ty Jerome play more. Honestly, I would play Jerome over Strus at this point. They're not going to do that. Strus is still going to be in the starting lineup, but like Ty Jerome's just been very, very helpful. And I talked a lot about the defense, but really, again, like the defense, yes, it could be better, but Boston is just shooting the lights out. So really, how are you going to get the offense? They're not in the mud, but how do you get the offense going to match the firepower that Boston has right now? Max Strus doesn't really have it going. He could obviously turn it on in a hurry, but Ty Jerome, the reason we got back into the game is because the Cavs started scoring. The problem for me has always been their offense, and so I'm gonna need some offense in the second half here. I need Mitchell to get downhill, Garland to get downhill, because then that opens up the game for Mobley. I need Mobley to start attacking. I don't know how many points or shot attempts he has, but I feel like he was slightly underused in the first half. They gave him the ball, but I feel like they could give it to him even more. Only 5 attempts or 5 points. Cavs LQ.
We're just chilling.
Oh, Jetty. Yeah. I didn't know you came back yet. I was reading the chat. I was like, where did Jetty come up?
Jetty Osman.
Let's go.
Rally
Jetty,
dog.
we need a Jetty cam.
I know. He just sits under the table.
That's where Apollo is right now.
I gave Jetty an ice cube though, so he's going to town.
Hell yeah. That's a really nice trick for dogs. Just something as simple as an ice cube.
I literally open the freezer though if I'm getting ice for myself, and it's like wherever he is in the house, he like sprints to the freezer. I'm like, this is bad that it's every time. No. I don't think so. Yeah, that's a superpower though. They're like secretly just in hell with a brain freezer. We're like, God, they look adorable.
Okay, I'll be right back too.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, it's a rough plus minus. I think though, I think Strus should be in the lineup to start the second half. The wall. I would like Hunter to at least replace Jarrett Allen quickly if that's the route they're going to go with Allen starting. I personally would rather it just be Garland, Mitchell, Strus, Hunter, and Mobley. But it's harder to argue why Ty should be in there quicker because you're kind of giving up the size. But I see where you're thinking. Like Hunter and Ty have been instant offense when they come off the bench. It's just hard when I think that the Celtics just run so big in general that the last thing you want to do is come out smaller. The bench lineup is killing it. Tatum at half is nasty work. Yeah, no, it's rough to say the least. And I at first was like, I bet they could try doubling him off of when he gets the ball, but they have too many shooters. It just wouldn't make sense. You kind of just have to put your best defender out there. And that's why I was saying to Tony, I would like to see Hunter kind of get some reps there, see what you got there at least, because we know what the answers are for everything else. With Mobley, you can put Mobley on him, but it's not a perfect match. And also you're sacrificing that free safety element that Mobley has. Hunter, at least physically, would match up better. I get the continuity aspect of the Strus argument. I've just, as the games have gone on since Hunter arrived, it's harder and harder for me to think that Strus can be. Yeah, it's nice that the Cavs look dominant in games where Strus is there, but the Cavs also look dominant in games in the regular season when Okoro was at the 3 for them. It doesn't necessarily mean that stuff's going to translate either. You kind of have to think ahead. So...
What's up? Tatum 30 at the half. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, he's been special tonight. That a big part of this game is just Jayson Tatum being by far the best player on the floor. I think the Cavs, if you're going to beat Boston, you kind of need Mitchell or Mobley to be the best player in the series. If the series is defined by Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown being the best on the floor, then you're not winning.
Mm-hmm. Tatum right now is a player that the Cavs need to figure out how to stop, because you can kind of find matchups for the Cavs across the board that could help neutralize other options. But until you find an answer that for someone who can kind of at least slow down Tatum consistently, then you're not finding your answers. That's the whole reason I think they did the Hunter thing, is that you didn't have a single person on your team that could consistently stop Tatum.
Yeah. Yeah, and how do you stop Tatum, says Dr. Manhattan? I think the best individual defender on Tatum would be Dean Wade. I think the best option for the Cavs, though, still is DeAndre Hunter, because he's just a better all-around player than Wade. With that said, though, Tatum is kind of just in a rhythm right now. I don't think it matters who you throw at him. I think he's going to cook whoever's in front of him. He has been all game. You just have to hope that you have to hope that the variance starts to swing, because it's not even just the three-point shooting. He's drilling mid-range shots, too. I mean, he's just been special tonight. 1 second.
Yeah, to go off Tony's point, I feel like the way you stop Tatum, though, is that Tatum is at his worst when you take away his first option. Like, when he gets to pull up comfortably with an open look is when Tatum is at his best. If you can show Tatum resistance at the perimeter and force him to take those annoying step backs, then you've got Tatum where you want him, because that is his lowest level of efficiency. And he is very willing to take those step backs unnecessarily.
Yeah. Oh.
Get out of town, dude.
Someone say the town?
Speaking of the town.
Yeah, you don't see Mobley make mistakes like that very often. So that's unfortunate. Tough way to start the quarter right there.
Pulling his best Jaren Jackson impression. So the people who are voting for Defensive Player of the Year, remember that. Dan, I shouldn't have turned the BSI off. Dan, what on earth are you playing? Like, are you doing the angry thing where you play against the Celtics and beat them by 300, being like, this is cathartic?
Turn the sliders up.
God, it's crazy how I'm beating the computer when I have my shot percentage at 100 and there's at 10. The new 2K is hard, man. I feel like every 2K is hard.
Played it. Maybe we're getting old.
No, it's just they change the shot meter every time.
Yeah, I haven't played this year. So I haven't really played 2K consistently in a few years.
I started a franchise mode, so I'm into it.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I'm the Nets, no big deal.
Oh, DG, you can't airball a floater. I was just defending you on Twitter. Someone said that we can't play Garland against Boston, and I was like, listen, guys, I think he's been pretty good tonight. He hasn't, clearly the Cavs are losing, so no one has been playing out of their minds, but I don't think Garland has been unplayable by any means. He's been one of the better players on the Cavs tonight.
Tony, you just got to stop with your narratives in mid-game.
I know. It always backfires.
Good luck.
Ooh, good take. And I didn't know if that was going to stay home for a second. But yeah, so we're a couple minutes. We're a minute into it. But yeah, same starting five out of the half.
Mobley, the enforcer.
I agree, Dan. You had me in the first half with the typo. I was like, oh, Dan, he's zagging on me. But no, just a typo.
Dan, how could you even comment on the game? You've been racing for the past half. You're playing like Gran Turismo when you're.
Dan's just driving around on Grand Theft Auto. He's not even racing anybody. He's just driving around listening to music, trying to blow off some steam, clear his
Listening
head.
to one of the radio stations. I knew it was Gran Turismo, dude.
Oh hell yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
Sometimes you gotta load up GTA 5 and just go for a drive to clear the head.
Tony, that's not GTA.
ADHD by Kendrick Lamar comes on and you're just chilling.
I saw in GTA 6 are giving Kendrick his own radio station.
Yeah, GNX radio.
Yep. Drake's like, what the hell, man?
What does he got to do? Dan, I've never played that video. I've never played that series, really.
It's like a more
Racing game.
realistic racing sim.
Mm.
It's like too realistic to where like you have to be like fully into it.
Okay.
Oh.
Donovan, let's go. Let's go. Is that going to give them some momentum, maybe?
Don't get ahead of ourselves. We're not even cutting within 5.
You don't see him go with the two-hand back scratcher very often.
Oof.
Oh, Jayson Tatum right back at him.
He's having fun. That's great. I'm happy for you.
Here we
Nice,
go.
Mobley.
Come on.
Oh. Another foul. Great.
Tough luck foul there.
4 fouls.
4 fouls for Mobley is so bad for the agenda. So bad for the agenda. I just tweeted today a stat that absolutely blew my mind, but Jaren Jackson Jr. has fouled out more times this season than Evan Mobley has fouled out in his entire career. Jaren Jackson Jr. has fouled out of 4 games this season alone. Evan Mobley has only fouled out of 3 games throughout his entire career. If he ruins the stat for me before I can drop my Fear the Sword story, I'm going to be pissed. Can't foul out tonight. This is the most important thing now. The agenda is on the line. That's too good of a stat. I mean, I guess I could say he's fouled out as many times this season as Evan has all career, but it doesn't hit the same.
No, it's true.
Oh man. Thank God. See, that's a board that Jarrett has to get. Yeah, Dan, you spoiled it, but it's all good because it told me what to watch for. That's a rebound that Jarrett Allen has no excuse. You got to get that one. There's been plenty that just went way too far. Here we go. Hey, come on now. Get it right back. There we go.
All right, Tony's take thrown out the window. We can stop here.
It's still there have been some scenarios where Allen had no chance at the board. That one where Jaylen Brown got the putback, you have to get that one. But at least he made up for it right away. DG on the switch. And see, okay, Max Strus did a good job recovering, but then you get into rotation off of it. So that play right there, DG is one-on-one with who I don't know how to forget. He was Jaylen Brown, and Max Strus is shading all the way over. Max Strus closes out, gets beat off the dribble, and then Mitchell's there to help on the drive, and his man goes to the corner. So I would love to just see the Cavs play one-on-one and not have Max Strus shade over, because then you get into rotation. And that's just where the Celtics, they kill you. So you need to just trust your one-on-one defense a little more. Like right here.
Too much help.
That was fine enough. Man, you managed to get everywhere. Looks like we're about to give up a rebound if Cavs LQ is ahead of us.
Yeah.
And there it is, yeah.
Strus boxes out Horford, but Garland gets beat underneath by Brown.
So now we're not only losing the 3-point battle, but we're losing on the boards big time, I'd imagine. I don't know what the numbers are.
Not even. Yeah. We're losing to Jaylen Brown, pretty much. Rebound getting Josh Hart clone, Jaylen Brown.
I hate to keep hammering it home, but like you went out and traded for DeAndre Hunter so that you didn't look undersized against Boston. And here we are still running the same undersized lineup. I love Max Strus. Everyone knows I'm a big Max Strus guy. But you got DeAndre Hunter specifically so you wouldn't look undersized against Boston. And right now they look undersized against Boston.
Well, Mobley's also out because of the fouls. But
yeah. Well, yeah.
I get what you're
but still,
saying.
like Hunter should be out there. Wade should be out there. It's just, it's tough.
Yeah. It's tough though when they move so much and then you're switching all the time. And now you're switching to the point where Garland's on Brown and then Brown's getting offensive rebounds because he has to just get past Garland, who can't box out a 6'6" forward. Like it just puts you in tough situations. They're so tall. It's like the Cavs, as currently constructed, are never going to match the size that the Celtics have perfectly. But you should at least put your best foot forward at this point of trying to do that. I mean, we've seen in the past the Celtics or the Cavs against the Celtics have usually sacrificed defense to get back into games and putting out offensive-oriented lineups. I would argue that they should probably kind of flip it with the lineups that they have available and try to suffocate the life out of this Celtics offense just to get something going, honestly.
Yeah. No, I mean, seriously, I think Hunter and Wade, and Okoro, two of those three should honestly be on the court the rest of the game because Allen doesn't have it right now. So, I mean, Allen's still going to play some minutes, but like Allen or Mobley at the 5, and then two of Hunter, Wade, and Okoro need to be out there for defense. And then however you want to split the guard minutes, but like we need to go all in on that wing defense right now.
Yeah, I see Dan saying should have tried harder to get Cam Johnson. I don't think this is an issue of having Cam Johnson versus having DeAndre Hunter. I think this is just more of an issue of you have the personnel that you can try different stuff out with, and you're kind of doing the same thing. It's we have this new toy. Why don't we just do what we did before? And then we'll throw him in as a bench player.
And even then, I was just looking at it. Okoro and Dean Wade have only played a handful of minutes tonight, too. So it's like, I know Okoro isn't a wing. He's also undersized, but like Wade is working his way back from injury still a little bit. It's only his first couple games back. But I mean, I just feel like you got to play your wing defenders right now. And Okoro is a better wing defender than Strus. I like Strus, and I think he does a good job in a pinch, but he shouldn't be the primary go-to matchup against these wings. He should be playing in spurt minutes against those guys. And right now he's just completely Dr. Manhattan, I need the Wolf to come out and have a classic Celtics game, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what I need.
Clear eyes.
What's more likely, the Strus getting loose or the Wolf just devouring the Celtics team? I don't know.
Or a typhoon washing out the city of Boston, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're tied. Yeah, Max Strus hasn't really been that good this game. So you almost just play the 3 guards, if anything. If you're dead set on being undersized, you might as well play Ty Jerome instead. But here we go. I like this lineup kind of, but I would still not have Strus on the floor.
It does the same stuff for me as the past lineups.
Yeah.
I'd also rather it be Mitchell than Garland, but not because Garland's playing poorly, but if we're really trying to maximize size here.
Yeah. That's a tough call.
But I guess having Hauser on the floor allows you to do that, and they're putting him right on Hauser, so.
Yeah. All right, they handled that pretty well.
Oh, Mitchell's on the floor? Who did I think was on the floor?
All right, you're down 17. Let's see if they can start chipping away at it.
Oh!
There we go. Nice.
Dude,
nice shot.
DeAndre Hunter is shooting at a crazy efficiency.
It's pretty insane.
Max Strus is like, that must be cool.
Right. That's the thing that like we mentioned on the pod too. And again, like I can't stress it enough. I love Max Strus. I'm not a Max Strus hater. But DeAndre Hunter is not only bigger, he's not only a better defender, he's not only a better, I don't know if he's a better rebounder, honestly, but he not only fits this team better, but he also does the Max Strus thing better than Max Strus does. He's a better 3-point shooter at this point. So like he's not the playmaker that Max Strus is, but it just makes so much sense to have him out there. He's the better player. You start your 5 best players in the NBA. So I think
he physically offers more.
Lineup. Yeah, and he physically offers more. He's a better fit on paper and on the court.
You can play Max Strus the same amount of minutes you play him now. Just have him come off the bench. For all the arguments of being like how Hunter gives good offense off the bench, you don't want to wait for good offense to come off the bench. You should have your best offense.
You have Ty Jerome who can do that.
There. Yeah, exactly. And Isaac Okoro.
Hell yeah, dude. He's got a 3. I saw it. And an offensive rebound.
I feel like there has to, like the FanDuel or DraftKings odds for Okoro hitting a 1-3 in the game has to be like minus 100. I feel like he comes in first possession, open 3, bang. We're like, we're so back.
All right, 14-point game. Please, Cavs, please. Show me some life here.
Putting Hauser
going at Hauser.
I see the vision. I don't see how Hauser's a better option than Pritchard. I feel like Pritchard's pretty lacking, but
I think the best thing DG has done tonight is anytime they get a switch onto him, he's really done a good job getting to the paint. That's why I've been happy with this game overall, offensively.
We're playing zone. Okay.
Oh, that's
foul.
a weird play. Honestly, I didn't like the way that possession was turning out for us defensively because that would have been an open 3, but Pritchard kind of just got lost.
Dan, I know you know everything. So what are Peyton Pritchard's tattoos?
Nice.
I saw F6 on his wrist. I'm interested.
That was a nice play right there from Max Strus. I'll try to give him credit. Comes off the screen, dives to the rim, throws the lob to Allen. So that is something that Hunter doesn't do, but they're both out there on the court right now, so it's not like one or the other.
Dan, park your car in Gran Turismo and tell me why Peyton Pritchard has those tattoos.
Garland.
Oh, we're getting 7-0 run. Ew.
Let's go, man.
No Joey Maz 7-0 timeout. All right.
Response right there. You got to keep it up. Keep it up. This is what I keep saying. Like, that's impressive, but you're in such a big hole that, like, you can't just throw a strong jab. You have to throw a knockout punch to get back into this game. Yeah, Allen got cooked right there.
Not much you can do there against Tatum. He's a very good ball handler for his size.
Yeah.
He's basically their point guard, honestly.
Yeah. You need a good old-fashioned, legit Cavalanche. You can't get a mini Cavalanche. You need the full-on Cavalanche experience if they're going to come back.
Dude.
Allen's had a rough go at it.
I mean, boxed out by Tatum's not the worst look, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
As they proceed to show Jarrett Allen offensive highlight. I can hear Apollo's panting.
Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? He's had enough of this. He can't take it anymore.
It's too stressful. He's like, I liked when we watched Interstellar.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan, that's the tough thing is that Jarrett really has not. I'm trying to remember. I feel like, was it the third game that he was actually good against Boston?
Yes.
I think
the
it was
first
the third
game he was bad. They put Niang in for him. I remember.
Oh God! At least we're not doing that anymore.
It kind of worked.
not that the results have changed, but at least I just don't have to. At least I feel like there's hope, maybe still.
Is Kenny
the
challenging?
Lineups that we have? I guess so. Yeah, because I think the Celtics already used theirs.
Oh yeah, I guess you.
I mean, it looks like it's off of Tatum. Maybe
it's so blurry you can't even tell.
It looks like maybe off of Tatum's fingers, but yeah, it's tough.
This is where our medical experience should kick in.
Oh, here we go, Dan, providing the
logo.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dan. That means a lot.
Dan coming through.
There you go, Corey sounds very aggressive.
Dan GPT.
Dude, I don't need Gemini. I got Dan. Why did it look like it was like F6 or something? I was like, is it a keyboard? Is he like a big gamer or something? It's like, that's a Fortnite build command.
Here we go.
I should probably turn the sound back up. I turned it down.
Kenny won the challenge. YouTube chat says Cavs can clearly hang their benches better. The answer to beating the Celtics in the series is benching Strus. One lineup alone is tanking you. I don't think they need to. I think we agree. I wouldn't bench Strus like permanently, but I think we're saying the same thing. Like put him on the bench and let DeAndre Hunter start. But Strus still has a role against Boston. Like I think he could still be effective. It's just not at small forward.
Strus basically got on the map from a Celtics series with the Miami
He was the Celtics killer.
So we're not saying that Max Strus shouldn't play. I feel like it always comes down to if you like one person, you have to put down the other, and it's not what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Yeah, I wanted to make that clear.
The minutes can be the same. You start games awful. How do you prevent starting games terrible? You switch the starting lineup. That's
Exactly.
it is. But it turns into
100%.
but Kenny doesn't want to get rid of consistency and but it's like, okay, well, we were really consistent a few years ago when we had Okoro as the starting three. And guess what the Atlanta Hawks did in the play-in? They pretended he didn't exist. So it's nice to be consistent all you want.
It's the same kind of argument that was made as far as like, oh, well, you can't trade George Niang because the locker room chemistry. You don't want to mess up the flow this team is in. DeAndre Hunter, I know the results against Boston haven't changed right now, but DeAndre Hunter is so much better than George Niang. And I know Karis LeVert was also included in the deal, so like it's not just a Niang for Hunter swap, but like it's okay to switch things up a little bit. I know the Cavs have been very successful, but clearly Boston is still at least slightly ahead of them, if not a little bit more ahead of them. And you know what your weakness is, and you address it at the deadline. So use it. Good rebound from Allen again. Trying to give the guy credit.
I feel like people emphasize the.
I think your mic got switched, Corey. I could hear you, but it was like sounded like you're in the other room.
All right, there we go.
There you go. Now I hear you.
I feel like people focus too much on the intangible or non-tangible things about basketball when it comes to lineup when they can't find data that proves it. Where it's like you can't get rid of Niang. Not because the stats, every stat out there would show you that George Niang was not an absolutely a positive, but it's like you have to come up with he's a vibes guy. And it's like you don't want to be too like nerdy with the numbers because the numbers don't speak to everything. Like plus or minus could sometimes be the most misleading stat for why a player is good or bad. But
yeah, Niang's plus minus I feel like was always good. And I hate to be like the anti-analytic guy because I love using analytics, but like it's not all created equal. And I don't care. Sometimes the numbers don't back up what I'm seeing. Sometimes I got to trust my eye test. But here we go. Cavs down by 8. I've been saying it all game. Close this quarter strong. Close these last 4 minutes strong. And let's get it. Let's get the lead. You can get the lead in the final 4 minutes here. You're down 8. You can turn this into a lead. Here we go, Ty. It's going to be a desperation.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not really his game. I've never seen him try to do like an acrobatic up and under layup. I've seen him do floaters. I've never seen him try to. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Tatum is just cooking, dude. He's just cooking. But honestly, he's doing everything.
Yep.
Defensively, too.
Shows up on their box scores every time.
36, 11, and 7, dude.
You know who leads the Celtics in points, rebounds, and assists? I'll give you a hint. It's Jayson Tatum.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, if Jayson Tatum ends up being the best player on the floor in this matchup, the Cavs can't win. You have to outplay him. Mitchell, Garland, or Mobley have to outplay him. And right now, he is in another planet. Oh, my God.
That's not great. Yeah.
All right, thankfully he missed. Here you go. Come on. Nice. All right, Jarrett, last few minutes, finally showing signs of life. He's got a couple rebounds, couple buckets. Took him a while to get adjusted, but he's doing better now.
Mobley and Mitchell are at the scorer's table.
It's a good job on the switch. Again, like, look, that's kind of what you would prefer is the Jayson Tatum fadeaway. The difference is tonight he's, like we've said, just in a rhythm. So that's the shot that you would rather have him take, but he's hitting them tonight. Floater. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Do something, Ty.
Oh, here we go.
Please.
Don't even say it's on Sam.
Woo! Cool.
I was like, don't be on Sam, please.
Yeah. Please, give him a break. Well, while we got a quick stop and play, I want to say thanks to everyone in the playback chat who's here. If you're tuning in, you're not already following us, please consider hitting that follow button. If you enjoy the brief minutes when we talk about basketball or when we talk about movies the rest of the time. So thank you for being here, and yeah, please hit that follow button if you're
To the
enjoying
7
the show.
visitors, we see you.
We see you. We're watching you. There we go. All right. I mean, you can't keep. I'm repeating myself, but you can't keep bouncing back and forth between down by 8 and down by 10.
Apollo, it's gonna be fine.
He has left the room now.
Oh, that's just unlucky.
They hit every momentum shot too. Every time you think the Cavs are maybe creeping in, they hit another 3.
Pritchard and White are the king of momentum killers.
Yep. Need it.
Oh! We don't have to say Celtics bench. We all know it's Pritchard.
Yeah. All right, here we go. They're going at Mobley, kinda. All right, no, they don't switch. Sam. All right, they switch that one. Here's Ty Jerome 1-on-1. This is good defense. Good defense.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got to get the board.
Oh,
he did not need to do all that. Got too fancy with it.
that was sick.
Mitchell getting around Horford. Floater.
That was an
Okay.
Interesting floater.
Down by 6. 90 seconds left here. Well, 80 seconds left.
Now we're in Tony's zone. We're in the Tony zone.
Need to close out this quarter strong.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Woo!
Get the board. Yes. Come on, Cavs. 2 good possessions here. Hit it. Yo, let's go. Donovan Mitchell. Oh my goodness. One man. It's not a Cavalanche, but one man wrecking crew right now. 3-point game. Get a stop. Get a goddamn stop. And then score a bucket. Close this quarter strong. Do not let them end this quarter with momentum. The Cavs have all the momentum right now. You cannot let them gain it back in the last 50 seconds here.
Stick on Tatum, Hunter. Show him what you got. Oh, okay. Immediately.
Good contest from Mobley. Oh, that's...
I would get that going in real quick.
Yeah. Well, no, you already used this. Oh, yeah. No, you already used this challenge, I think. On what did he use it on? The Mitchell foul? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mitchell drove and Tatum fouled him. Come on. You don't even need a 3, but let's just get another bucket. Nice.
Oh. That
Please
angle.
be okay. Please be okay. Please be okay. He's okay.
Tony, we're the medical professionals. We have
I know. I should have known.
Channel on that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, hit the free throws, please. But yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it, man. 32 seconds. Do not let them end this quarter with momentum. You have all the momentum now. It feels good that we're on the comeback, but it's also frustrating that, like, if you just didn't go down by 20 in the first quarter, if you could just avoid that hole in the first quarter, we'd be winning right now. But it is what it is. We're here now. Let's get the job done. One more stop, and if you could score again and take the lead, I'd be really happy. Wasn't it Shaq? I think Shaq said that Mitchell wasn't a good matchup for Boston.
Probably Tony.
Come on, BG, not you. No, it was not. It was not someone smart. I mean, it was not someone who knows ball.
Sounds like a Stephen A take to me.
No, Stephen A's been like super big on the Cavs. Apparently, I don't really watch them, but I keep seeing the quotes.
Democratic candidate Stephen A. Smith,
presidential nominee.
This country.
All right, Merrill switched on to Hunter or on to White. Now Hunter switched on to White. This is good. D. Trust it 1-on-1. Trust it 1-on-1.
I would not.
Good help from Ice. That's all right. I would rather have Tatum do that than shoot a 3.
It's all right. Donovan,
that was a little too easy. 3 seconds. Come on.
Bang. Oh.
All right. Down by 3. I wouldn't say that Boston reclaimed momentum with that layup, but they kind of just slowed Cleveland's momentum down. I would say the Cavs have momentum going into the fourth quarter, which is very good. I think it's the first time they've closed a quarter with momentum.
I think the Celtics won the tip too, so I think they get the ball on the fourth. Completely random side note. I can't remember what the last Cavs game was. Whichever one it was. Mobley was going up for a score, and my wife just goes like, "Why does Mobley scream every time he goes for a layup?"
He's charging
Gentlemen.
up. Oh, Jackson.
Bathrobe Jackson.
Yeah, I have some takes to get off. So figured I would just do that now for a couple minutes.
Okay, you're a little quiet from my mic.
Well, yeah. Can you,
Are you on
can
the
you hear me
toilet?
okay?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
It's just a little quiet, but I can understand you.
Okay. Well, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Evan Mobley.
I was hoping you could fix it, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not able to fix it.
Yeah.
Either
You got it. It's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Let the takes fly, Jackson. You're
don't
at the
have-
bathrobe. You're obviously
have
in
a
your
way to do
bathroom. Get excited.
Dan, I don't know what you're talking about. Evan Mobley.
Man.
Very concerned about Evan Mobley. He's been a non-factor this game. He's been straight up bad, honestly. There's no real way to sugarcoat it. And Evan Mobley, this is the third game in a row against the Celtics where he's been straight up bad. Not as good as normal, but straight bad. And if you're getting bad Mobley, you're never beating the Celtics. So that is something that's very concerning.
Yeah, I mean he's the key. We talk about it all the time. Evan Mobley is the key to beating Boston. He at worst needs to be the second best player for Cleveland if you're going to beat Boston. Arguably he might need to be the best, but you need him to at least be the second best. And right now, he did get into foul trouble. So I'm trying to see how many minutes has he even played. 'Cause it feels like he's played 20 minutes. He's been out there plenty. Only 6 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. It's not enough from Evan Mobley.
Yeah, so very bad. Second thing, where is Dean Wade? Why is Dean Wade not playing?
Thank you.
Dean Wade, this is a Dean Wade matchup. Sam Merrill's out there a lot. Even Isaac Okoro, I believe, has more minutes than Dean Wade.
Let me
No,
see.
he doesn't. But Merrill has double the Dean Wade minutes right now. Why does Merrill have double the Dean Wade minutes?
It's bad when Jackson is saying that. But
well,
no, and Merrill hasn't even
also-
been necessarily bad, but you never have Dean Wade against the Celtics. You got to play him when he's available.
Right. Well, it's just they're matchup hunting Jarrett Allen, and Jarrett Allen, I think he's competed well. I mean, 10 points minus he's a negative 23, so maybe not that well. But it's just this is more Wade, less Allen. You need Mobley to show up, and somehow the Cavs are only down 3. They're getting a great Mitchell game. Jayson Tatum's playing out of his mind. I don't know if anybody else on the Celtics is really playing phenomenal. Hunter's good, Jerome's good. It's just why aren't we seeing a Jerome, Mitchell, Hunter, Wade, center lineup? I don't.
Too much Strus, too much Merrill. I need Wade, Hunter on the floor.
I think we're going too galaxy brain here with the Sam Merrill minutes. This is a terrible Sam Merrill matchup because he can't create separation on a defense that just switches constantly. So he's only out there to get picked on, and maybe the galaxy brain take is that if you slow down the Celtics offense enough that they're just trying to hunt Merrill, but they're a mismatch hunting team. So it just makes no sense.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's been bad minutes for Sam. And he's fighting. Good tap right there.
Yeah, listen, it's nothing against Sam. It's just a bad matchup. I mean, you know that I love Sam, and I love Sam against the 28 other teams. Just not this one. So, anyways, I'm gonna get back to writing my grades. But don't expect a good one from for Evan. So,
until the masterclass performance he has in the fourth quarter. I hope.
I mean, we will be waiting. So,
but yeah.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks for hopping on.
Ya.
Here we go.
Oh,
There's something to leave with, Jackson. Mobley 3. He said, "Get ready to rewrite those grades, buddy." Hopefully Mobley shows up big. Yeah. He's been very quiet, and I wonder how much the foul trouble has taken him out of the rhythm. I feel like I haven't been able to catch or get a feel for what Mobley's doing in this game. It's sometimes it's hard to get a good grasp of every single player. So I'm gonna try to focus in on Mobley down the stretch here.
Oh,
Here we go.
dude!
All
I
right,
right, drove that.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to get the post up, which could be good. Here we go. Come on.
We're like dancing on that 3-second too.
Nice. Yeah,
I
really
was like a
close.
little worried.
Very close. Apollo's come back. He's like, wait a second, the Cavs have tied the game. I'm here. And I'm here. Tie game, 100-100. Technically, John Michael, it was tied at 0-0, but
That's what I was gonna say, but
yeah,
I didn't
appreciate
want...
your attempt. You know, Brad should have corrected him. Brad has no backbone.
Brad's like, this is the best tie I've ever seen.
Has Brad ever corrected John?
No.
Has John ever corrected Brad? I don't think it's. I feel like it's rude to correct your partner.
Mutual respect.
Yeah. I mean, John has literally sat by and done nothing while Brad says that Jarrett Allen's the best center in the league. So I don't think that they've established that part of their relationship. John has stood complicit as Brad has rattled off some insane takes. So
I just don't know what Brad could even do in a rebuttal. You know, he'd be like, he dunks. It's crazy. Anyway, back to you guys.
Yeah, BG Apollo, fair weather fan. You know, you really get shocked sometimes by people you thought would be there for you, but he's here now. So we're welcoming him back into the room. Right,
that
Apollo?
was the first back-breaking three that didn't go in.
I know. Does that mean the tides are changing? Let's see. Can they get their first lead here? Don't pick up a foul, Sam. Don't pick up a foul. Being really aggressive.
If you want to pick up the foul, though, so we could get other players in, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, good rotation from Sam.
Yeah.
Sam recognized right away.
It's not that Sam doesn't have the defensive IQ. He just physically can't do certain things.
Yeah, no, I mean he's played about as good as you could on defense for his like limitations. Oh, get him.
Dude.
Oh, come on, Mobley.
Oh, kick it to
score.
Sam. Oh, wait.
Mitchell, bring us home. Bring us home right now. Come on.
That's an interesting switch.
Cook that bald fraud.
Sure. Bald fraud.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Oh, Ed,
yes,
come on.
Yes.
On the floor.
Yes. I
don't know why Mitchell switched from Pritchard onto White. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be very intentional against a team like Boston. That was just kind of not thinking through. You're asking for a screen because it seems natural, but you have to recognize who's on you and who's coming up to the screen.
He just knows that he's a bald fraud.
Here we go. Woo! Come on, 2 free throws away from getting the lead. Pistons win streak over. That means the Cavs would have the longest. Well, they have the longest streak in the NBA right now. Might not be true 10 minutes from now, but right now they do.
Well, wait, was it out on or foul? Okay, so we're about to tie this game up. Good stuff.
Mobley's come alive now. Oh, like in a D. Mobley is. Oh.
Here we go, man. I'm telling you, it's always one.
Back to an F. All right, at least give me one. Give me one, Mob.
It's astounding to me his free throw percentage is not 50. This man is a locked in 1 for 2.
Hey, Apollo. Apollo has decided that he has to sit right in front of me. So I'm like 2 feet back from the computer now.
Now you're giving the wall more looks.
Yeah. Come here,
At
buddy.
least you're... I just realized that Jetty took his head from his crate and dragged it all the way into the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Tie ball game. Hey, go ahead. Try to get Apollo on the camera if he comes back, but now he actually walked away. He had enough. Yeah, you can see him a little bit. He's a big boy. All right, here we go. Come on. Let's get the lead. Let's do this. Get him, Mobley. Let's go. Come here, Apollo. Come here. Come here. Come here. The people want to see you. The people want to see you. We took the lead. Here. Here. Let me have you. Let me have you, buddy. I know. Let me take you. Let me take you. Ready?
Dog corner.
Let's go, Cavs. Let's
Wait,
go,
hold on.
Cavs. Let's go, Apollo. What do you think about that 3-point shot from Mobley? Look at the defensive player of the year. He can shoot threes now. Yeah, he can shoot threes now. Apollo's never seen a 3-point jump shot so beautiful. Yeah, he's a lab. Oh yeah, dog hour. The Junkyard dogs have arrived. Let's go.
Both dogs equally enjoying this as much.
Jackson is a cat person, so he's actually not allowed on the broadcast for dog hour.
Too bad neither of these dogs are actually Cavaliers.
Yeah.
That would really commit to the bit.
Who's that dog on the screen? It's probably too small for him to notice, but look at that dog. Look at this dog right here. Look, Paul. No, he's had enough. He's like, I want
Apollo is a lot smaller than I thought he would be. Oh,
he's 87 pounds.
Like, what is happening?
Jackson's about to have Kyrie.
Oh,
Your
no,
mic hasn't.
but
Oh, there it is. Now I hear you.
listen, Kyrie does not get picked up, so we will not be picking up Kyrie.
Yeah, cats are more difficult to pick up.
I will not apologize for Evan Mobley. I think that's what people in the chat wanted me to do because everything I said was very correct at the time, and 14 points. That's kind of like the bare minimum of what we needed from Evan Mobley at this point in the game. So I will not apologize. I may alter my grade, maybe, and I will not be apologizing. So
Will he get to
just
a
wanted to
passing
get that.
grade?
I mean, it depends on what you think a passing grade is. Is D a passing grade? I don't know.
Old
was
kid,
thinking
I was
C.
about to make that joke. I was waiting for a chance to chime in.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
would like to
nobody.
apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, you got to stop Jayson Tatum. Somebody, you have to get some good Dean Wade minutes. No Jayson Tatum on the court. So it's like, can the Cavs keep doing this with Tatum on the court? I'm kind of concerned about what's going to happen when Garland and Allen come back out there. Both have fought, but I don't think it's been a great game. Also, one thing I did want to say really quick. I love Isaac Okoro when he's not guarding like 6'8" guys, and you have him out there with other wings, and he's actually like on Derek White, because you're like, oh yeah, this is what Isaac Okoro is supposed to do. He's not supposed to be your like big wing stopper. So, anyways, go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. The same thing, honestly, is true for Strus, but Okoro's like a genuinely elite defender against guards. But like, if Okoro or Strus are guarding the bigger wings in a pinch or just on a switch, like on a play-by-play basis, sure, that's fine. You're doing all right. But if they're the primary matchup for those guys, then you're asking why Dean Wade and DeAndre Hunter aren't on the floor. So right now, Wade is on the floor guarding Tatum. Let's see how this goes. Looks like they're trying to get him the ball. They get the switch with Jerome on him, and they're just kind of playing one-on-one. Letting him play one-on-one. Too easy for Tatum right there. But at the same time, again, that might be the way the Cavs play down the stretch.
I'm currently in a fight with Jetty for him not taking his bed out of his crate. That dog needs to get snipped ASAP.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, I my wife's counting down the days.
All right, they're trying to go back to Tatum. Jerome's doing a good job fronting.
Oh,
that's a good contest, but they're just ridiculous.
Turns out Jaylen Brown good at basketball. That's weird.
All right, they're going at Hauser, trying to get him. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Donovan Mitchell has been incredible. He's been so damn good.
He saw the graphic of him and Michael being the only people to score 30 plus against the Celtics. It's like, I want to be number one. I'm tired of this number two crap.
All right, here we go. Back to going at Ty Jerome.
But what would Jerome think?
Same playbook from when it was Garland on Tatum, but Tatum's actually missed it. You're kind of lulling him into shots that you would rather him take right there.
Is that
Oh,
Garland or
nice,
Okoro
nice.
that's going to check in?
Oh, I didn't see. Let's go, Mobley. Let's go. I don't know who's checking in. Let's see. We get a better
I
look
think
here.
it's Garland, I would assume. I don't know why it would
Yeah,
be Okoro.
I think it was. Okoro's on the floor.
Oh!
Nice. Dude, this is crazy. Listen, there's still a lot of game left, but the fact that the Cavs actually just came back and now have a 5-point lead is kind of unreal.
It's just unfortunate
Exactly.
that this has to be the story every time.
Yeah, I know. But it's crazy that they keep on doing it.
It's crazy that the
That's a
Celtics
weird
don't go
matchup.
like, I wonder if they'll come back. Probably not. Oh, Horford's about to get put in the
Horford
blender.
versus DG.
Oh,
Oh,
never mind.
nice.
Derek White. Oh, ice! Stick it! Oh, damn. Good board.
I was out of my
Swing
seat.
it
I was
again.
ready. I was ready.
One more time. Oh,
Oh,
that was a choice.
911. Give it to Ice.
No, stick it.
Oh, it's a deep one. Get that.
Don't
board.
matter.
Nice, Mobley. Oh, man. Mobley is absolutely fighting right now in the fourth quarter.
Jackson is scrambling to rewrite his post.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Oh, stick.
Mobley, don't do it to him. Oh, he did. He, in fact, did not do it to them.
He wanted Jackson to have some sanity left.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
Kenny's on the prowl. Still, Mobley played great right there. You don't ideally want Mobley to have to take the 9-1-1 shot, but still, airballing that is not good. Quoro, good D, let's go. I kind of like this lineup right here. I might roll with this lineup as long as you can.
Stick it, Ice.
Oh man. All right. Listen. I like it for the agendas, but the last three shots have been a Quoro 3, Mobley 3, a Quoro 3. Let's try to get something else. Can't be a Quoro and Mobley shooting threes down the stretch. That's exactly what Boston wants. You got to create something else here, Cavs. I like that they're pulling them with confidence.
Keep sticking them, fellas. Don't listen to Tony.
Hunter comes in for Mobley, so we're going small, Wade at the 5.
I like it.
So, yeah, Kenny said Jarrett does not have it. We're going small. Presumably. Oh, come on. Oh, presumably to give Mobley a rest and then bring Mobley back in for the closing minutes. So a bold move here by Kenny. Let's see what happens. It's a deep one, but I like it.
Oh,
There is Garland. He's here when you need him. The best clutch player in the NBA this year. At least statistically, he was there for a while. I don't know if anything's changed, but huge 3 from DG right there. Pulled that from deep, no hesitation. And a good read from Donovan. I think that's honestly a really good sign of growth right there. He's been cooking all fourth quarter. He had Sam Hauser on him. He easily could have tried to target that, but Jaylen Brown kind of shaded over. They're trying to slow Donovan Mitchell down, and he gives the ball up right away. DG, the companion, as many people have called him. No one's really called him that except for like 3 people on Cavs Twitter. But DG, the PG, stepping up and hitting a big 3.
why is Doris attacking our guy?
Didn't like it. I feel like he has to take that shot. But at the same time, like I said, you also don't want the offense to keep boiling down to that. I don't know if Dylan's in the chat, but Dylan W, I'm gonna share his tweet because this video of Darius makes me laugh every single time.
I really want to know if there's the clip for Doris, what she said.
This video makes me laugh. He is so intensely holding Darius's head.
And he like, did you notice he like squeezes at the end?
Yeah. It's so good.
Is that oh my god, what was his name?
Whoa, Kevin Durant punched somebody.
Sit Low? It was Low, right? Coach Low.
Oh, I don't know. I think so. Oh,
One
it's
of the
not that
assistant.
bad. Let's see the video. Oh, okay. I mean, it's like a punch in the back. Oh, it was okay. I didn't even realize it was that account. Yeah. I was gonna say I was expecting him to throw a haymaker. Okay, you know the game is over if we get a Bill Simmons reaction shot. Even though I'm sure he's not at the game, he's probably in LA. But we need the Bill Simmons stunned in the arena reaction shot after Cleveland comes back. Nate on YouTube, your illegal stream just went out. Come watch on playback. I'm sure we can hook you up with a VIP to watch because you're always in. I see you in the YouTube chat consistently. So if you watch on playback, I'm sure we can open up a VIP spot, and then you can see the game on screen with us. And you seem like you're a loyal chatter. You're always here, so we should definitely try to open up a spot for you. That's if you want to watch on playback. If you like watching on YouTube, do your thing. Don't let me intervene. And yeah, I agree with the YouTube chat. I think Okoro's got to shoot those. I know that I know Doris Burke lit him up, and I'm sure like you want a better shot than that. But if you're Okoro, I don't like Strus being back on the floor. But if you're Okoro, you got to take that shot. I'm not sure I like this lineup right now.
We're sticking with the smaller lineup.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was working so far, so let's see.
Okay. Don't play zone though with a tall lineup.
Yeah. You don't have any, and looks like instantly going to switch it. You don't have anyone who's used to protecting the rim, so they give up the middle of the floor because none of them have ever had to be the rim protector down there like that. So I'd honestly assume that Kenny's switching it right here, but maybe not.
It's almost like Kenny was like, "Who's the dumbass that came up with that?"
I mean, they got their wires crossed. Yeah, Strus has not been good in this game. And that's like, I know we're piling on him, but that's the whole reason you got DeAndre Hunter and, you have Dean Wade and everything is like, if Strus has a bad game, you have options. Guess what? If Hunter's playing bad, then maybe you turn to Max Strus. If Okoro's playing bad, maybe you play Dean Wade. The point is you have depth and options. And so I would like to see Kenny. I'll give him some credit because he did kind of change it up down the stretch here in the fourth quarter and late third quarter. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Kenny because he has switched it up a little bit. But I would have liked to see that be the plan from the jump today.
It took until halfway through the third for him to get creative with these lineups, for him to finally pull the plug on the Jarrett Allen thing. Like, I think we knew at halftime that shouldn't have came back. And then it did. I get it. You want to kind of see one last push, but when you're in a game against the Celtics where every momentum swing can happen like at the blink of an eye, then you really got to just be quick with it. You can't just sit and acquire all the data you need to then decide, oh yeah, this Allen thing isn't working out. You've had 3 games where it didn't work out, and you've now had a full half where it didn't work out, and you decided to push that button again.
Yeah. And what's interesting is Allen actually, same lineup, by the way. Allen actually started to come alive in the third quarter when he was the only big out there. It really, the 2 bigs might just have a hard time in this matchup for whatever reason.
Ooh, good board.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Max Strus. That was a really good board. Euro. Oh my God. I kind of would have rather Garland just take the layup there, even though it was kind of a tough one. But you know what? I can't complain at a good look from Dean.
I think the Cavs are really going to struggle rebounding with this lineup, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not loving this. That's 2 straight layups they got with it. 3 really if you count back.
Some of the Cavs' more recent runs in this game have been off of second chance opportunities, and I don't see a world in which they're going to be able to generate those with this lineup.
Here we go, DG. Come on. Oh, it was a good take. He's got to finish it.
Evan is checked.
Evan's checking back in.
How many timeouts do we have?
Yeah, it's not showing.
That's sick. I'm so glad I get to see the difference.
Good DDG, but yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to hit shots like that. That's not even the fault of this lineup, but the previous 3 layups, I didn't love that lineup. I think I probably would have just let Allen be the center there for a minute or 2 while Mobley gets his rest. Because I think playing Allen alone worked a little bit.
The other thing that's really annoying about Wade is that he's not a willing shooter. So that kind of really hurts the offense because he's going to get looks that someone like Hunter could hit and will shoot. It's not that I'm saying he shouldn't be in the game. He makes sense to be in it, but he has to be a willing shooter in order for it to completely make sense.
Yeah. Nate, I'll try to get you your VIP as soon as I can. If Jackson, if you're listening, if you could try to hook him up with one, that would be helpful. But it's hard to do it and watch the game. So I'll try to get it at like a stop. But thanks for coming over, man.
We dragged one of the YouTubers over.
We got him, a refugee from YouTube. Yeah, we'll make sure you get hooked up with one. And I think Spaceman earlier also asked what happened to his VIP. Sometimes we move them around, so we only have 20. Let's go, Donovan Mitchell. But yeah, we'll try to make sure everyone gets their VIP back. Yeah.
Spaceman's like, I'm not even mad. I'm just a little disappointed.
If you want to blame anyone, blame Jackson because he's usually the one who shuffles it around.
I've lost my VIP Spaceman before, so.
Let's go, Donovan Mitchell, man. He, like I said, hey, I said if Jayson Tatum's the best player on the floor, you're not going to win. I think you could say Jayson Tatum's been the better player through 3 quarters, but Donovan Mitchell has taken over the game in the 4th quarter. So right now, this is the difference in the game, honestly. 38 points, man. Make it 39.
How many does Tatum have?
Donovan isn't letting Kenny throw the game. I don't think Kenny's been that bad, but I don't think this has been the best decisions from Kenny.
Tatum's going for a 50 burger.
What is he at now? Offensive
46.
foul. Dude, you have to be kidding me. If they really pull off this comeback, I'm gonna be stunned.
Oh no. I think we might have lost Tony.
Oh no. I froze. You guys hear me? I'm back. I froze at the worst time. Mitchell with the ISO. Oh man. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Not the best shot. But he has been cooking, but not the best shot. Yeah, but love to see Donovan continue to try and get something easier than that. Bad time to hit an ad break. Jeez.
I know.
It's like crucial possession.
But you don't want to go to Allison Jewelers?
Looked like there was a good box out there, but I genuinely couldn't tell who boxed out.
Poor Hauser.
BG. Go out. Yeah, he's been targeted every possession.
Oh!
Ooh! Darius Garland. Cool guy. We appreciate you. I'm not gonna take a victory lap yet because it's not over. It's absolutely not over. But you've always been a good sport. So we're gonna be kind to you if we end up winning this game. I'll wait until you leave the chat to pull out the thing I have next to me.
If we the score from like the 8-minute or like 6-minute mark of the first quarter onward, I don't want to say it, but the Cavs kind of blew out the Celtics.
Yeah. I mean, they might end up winning this game by double digits.
We'll see how
It'd be
the
a 30-point
free throw game goes.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not over yet, so I want to be clear. It's definitely not over. This Celtics team is too good to call a game right now. Are they looking at this for a flagrant?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I tend to be wrong with these things. Jackson, could you try to get my man Nate one of these VIPs? He's been in the YouTube chat every time we stream, and he finally came over to play back. I promised him a VIP. So I'll let you decide who's losing a VIP.
I can't wait to not watch this game.
Dan is sacrificing himself. Dan, do you have League Pass? I feel like we've asked you and I forget. Oh, yeah, he's watching on his TV.
Oh.
So yeah, as long as Dan can still see the game, Oh yeah, you had the Tatum free league pass, right? But Dan, you are, one of the top chatters here, so you don't have to sacrifice your VIP if you don't want to. Don't feel pressured.
Dan, you're
I'm
a ride
mostly
or
joking
die.
around. Yeah.
Wow. A lot more people are coming into the chat now that they're the game's getting close.
Yeah. And again, like I said, if you're just visiting and you aren't already following, okay, cool. So common foul. But yeah, if you're in the chat and you're new here or you've been here before and you haven't clicked that follow button, please hit follow. That's the last time I'm going to beg you guys for follows because I know it gets annoying, but it really does make a difference. It's crazy. Sometimes you just got to give the people a call to action. But yeah, thanks for being here. Keep the Dans, get rid of the Tonys. There's sorry. Keep Dan's VIP, get rid of Tony's. I thought you were saying keep the Dans in the chat because we have a lot of Dans in the chat. But then I was wondering, I was like, who's the other Tonys? We're purging the Tonys. I think it's just me. Yeah, I will say, as far as Missoula goes, it's interesting. The last two times the Cavs beat the Celtics, it was very similar. Like the last time the Cavs won was very similar to this game where they kind of weathered a storm, got to the fourth quarter, and then Tatum and Jaylen Brown kind of just got lulled into taking those difficult mid-range jumpers, trying to target Garland or Ty Jerome in this case, and it doesn't go in as efficiently. And so, like, you'd think they would pivot, and just get back to the drive and kick that was working all game. But they kind of made the same mistake twice now. So the blueprint is there for Cleveland. I just hope that moving forward, it does not involve going down 20 points. I honestly think in this matchup moving forward, you might have to stagger Mobley and Allen more than ever before and keep them at one traditional big on the floor at all times, with Hunter and Wade out there as often as possible, and Strus playing the backup guard. Strus should only be out there at the 2, sometimes at the 3.
There's a world where Jarrett Allen can be on the floor. It's a world where DeAndre Hunter is out there, though.
Yeah.
Not in a world where Max Strus is.
Ooh, all right, here we go. Come on.
Oh,
was Jackson correct when he said Jayson Tatum would cool himself off? Airballing the biggest shot of the night. Oh, man, there's no way the Cavs just did it. Listen, we didn't really whoop their ass, so I can't use the belt. But this was a 30-point turnaround, just about. We were down 20-something. It was more than 20, right? What was the largest lead?
I think it was like
22. Yeah, this is a 27-point turnaround.
I want to see
F the Celtics.
Really. Let's see. It was 22. 25 to 3 at one point. From the 7-minute mark of the first quarter onward.
Man, what a victory. What an absolute inspiring come from behind victory. I know it isn't great to go down by 20, but the fact that the Cavs have consistently shown that even when Boston plays at their absolute best, we can claw back into the game and even beat them twice in that scenario. I still don't think the Cavs have played a really great game against the Celtics. I would say the second half, they actually played pretty damn good this game. It's probably the best they've played against Boston, but the fact that they've done this 4 times now, that moves me. This team can absolutely beat the Celtics in the 7-game series. Will it happen? We're going to have to see. I think it's going to be a really good series, but to me, I don't think you can watch these 4 games and come away with the idea that Boston's in a tier of their own. The Cavs are very clearly in this.
Cook, Tony. Cook.
Is Evan Mobley? He's got to be at a C+, right? He balled in the fourth quarter. I know he airballed that 3.
He's going to get a B-.
Hell yeah.
I mean, does he deserve a B-? If you were doing it, you'd be like, A.
No, I probably wouldn't give him an A, but he would be in the B area for sure.
I don't know.
First 3 quarters awful.
This is a tough one to grade. Was this the worst? Yeah. I think this was the second worst game Kenny has coached this year. I feel like
there were some questionable decisions.
He pressed every wrong button and the Cavs still won. Like, he said,
Well, he did.
like,
He did turn to a good lineup during the I think the start of the fourth quarter when it was like Mitchell,
Right.
Hunter, Mobley, and
yeah,
Jerome, I think.
like he just went. Like Wade played 9 minutes in the third quarter, in the second quarter, and I'm not sure how many minutes he played in the fourth quarter, but like he's just playing like just some really weird, like really weird minutes. Like why is like you're closing with Wade, but then you're not starting with Wade in like the third quarter at any point. He had that lineup without like he kept Mobley on the bench when Boston was making that little comeback late. Just a lot of really
yeah.
weird stuff. Like no Jarrett Allen, that made sense. But like I don't, some weird stuff. The Cavs didn't get off the bus. I know the Celtics were missing guys, but like the Cavs also spotted them 22 points. So yeah, is Merrill really a plus 38? If so, that's insane. There's no
There's
way.
no. Is that
There's
true?
no way that's.
Wait a second. That's the most.
I mean, because like
Listen, I think
somebody
Merrill played really hard, but that's the most fluky plus minus ever.
Jerome's a plus 34. Merrill's a plus
Jesus.
22. So like,
Wow.
Jerome played great. Jerome played. Well, actually, Jerome didn't really play great. He's only 3 for 10.
Huh?
I thought he played better.
Oh,
Hunter
really?
played great. Yeah,
I
felt
thought
like he
Jerome played
played
a lot better too. Yeah, it felt like he played better.
yeah. I already wrote down a whole thing about him getting an A plus. I guess I have to go gotta go look at that. But anyways, just this is kind of you wanted to see the Cavs pull out a win. The formula that they got the win, I don't know if it's super repeatable. I guess it's the formula they got 2 wins against the Celtics with, just like Mitchell going off. But you have
Play
to be
possum in the first half or first quarter and then just rise from the dead. That's the formula.
I don't think they've thrown their best punch against the Celtics. And
I agree.
Celtics in the second half. You want to guess real quick how many points they had after scoring 70 something in the first half?
41.
Only about 50 then, right?
42.
42.
Oh, I was up by 1. Son of a bitch.
So
Yeah,
like
man.
basically it was like they shut like nobody else did anything besides Tatum. Tatum had 16 in the second half. Brown had 18. Only 2 other people scored. Derek White, 5 points on 1 of 5 shooting, and PP 3 points on 1 of 2.
Yeah.
That bench, half their points came in that second half.
Man.
Just, I think that obviously the Celtics missing 2 guys, so you have more depth when you have those guys, but I think that kind of shows where the Cavs won this matchup with their bench. And is it concerning that Allen and Garland aren't good matchups? Yeah. Is it cool that you can turn to Jerome and Hunter and Wade? Also cool. So, really good stuff.
This win means something to me, man.
It should. Not really coming.
You got to bring the song back. We're back.
Oh,
we're so back.
This is the gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how well you guys could hear it. Sorry. I didn't have it right in front of the mic.
Not very well.
It's like hearing it through a horribly downloaded LimeWire or something.
We're back. It's Uncle Cleveland.
Great win. I mean, great win for the Cavs. There's nothing, I don't want to downplay its significance, because now the Cavs are 2-2 against the Celtics, 1-1 against the Thunder. Those are the teams you want to measure yourself against, and the Cavs are on that level. And the Cavs have a better record against everybody else. That's why they have the best record in the league. So
they've clearly shown that they can compete. If they somehow just avoid going down 20 in the first 2 minutes of every single game against Boston, they'd be beating the brakes off of Boston.
I mean, they literally got one good quarter from Evan Mobley. He scored 11 points. He had 11 points and 8 rebounds in the fourth quarter.
It's ridiculous.
How many of those were offensive? Because I feel like he grabbed like 3 offensive boards.
4 offensive, 4 defensive. In the first 3 quarters, he had 6 points and 4 rebounds. So it's like, yeah, when Evan Mobley shows up against the Celtics, you're going to win. If Evan Mobley doesn't show up, you could get down 25-3. So It's about Evan Mobley.
I feel like it kind of showed that you should stagger the bigs more, if I'm being honest. If you're going
I
to play
agree.
them, because Mobley's
That-
going to thrive in a lineup where he can play
Oh,
the
yeah.
pure center against them, and you're not going to
Yeah.
do
I mean,
that in lineups where Allen's out there.
They've staggered a lot this game. I feel.
I mean, well,
like.
look at the opening
No,
first few minutes. Those are when Mobley and Allen are together, and the Celtics
they got
repeatedly have
killed.
hammered
But
those.
It's also the Celtics. That opening lineup. There's 3 guys the Celtics were just mismatch hunting. They were mismatch hunting Strus, Allen, and Garland. It's like you can't give them everybody. And then once they start mismatch hunting one of those people, the whole defense breaks. You know, you get into these weird rotations, and then it's like, wait, why is Jaylen Brown? Why is nobody near him? Why is nobody near, Derek White when he's taking a 3? Oh, look, we're down 17. Oh, look, we're down 20. Who keeps giving Tony this little reaction thing?
Yeah, it's not me.
You're ice.
Ice cold. That one was for Okoro. He played big. I know he missed that 3, but he actually played good. And you know what?
Probably
As far as the
you.
bigs go, I do think the only good minutes we got from Allen tonight was in the third quarter when Mobley wasn't next to him. So I do think the key here is you're going to probably stagger the bigs more often. Because Allen has not had any success next to Mobley in this matchup, which is funny because
that's fine.
They found success against OKC.
I mean, that one game.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they found success though. They haven't found that even one game against the Celtics. But I get your point.
Right. But it's fine. It's fine that we don't need to pretend that it works. We don't need to do a charade oh no, Cavs. You look at the lineup data with both bigs. It's we don't need to do that. It's
just
you're
stagger.
good against 28 other teams. This isn't the matchup for that. And that's why you have Wade. That's why you have Hunter. So you can play that style. So
yeah, but then if you play Strus out again, then you're not really adjusting at all. And the Celtics will probably go off on that again. And if Kenny has shown us anything, it's that he really wants to stick with this Strus lineup. Hopefully this game was kind of an indicator that has to come to an end. I would be shocked if Kenny Atkinson, if we play the Celtics, starts it
just made no sense. And that's kind of the whole thing that was the whole point. Who cares what the plus minus is based off of all these teams that you play?
Yeah.
You can beat the crap out of the Raptors. You can beat the crap
That's
out of
what
the
I was
Pacers.
saying, yeah.
It's but the Celtics, this is literally the only team that matters. If you don't beat the Celtics, this whole thing isn't worth it. If you can beat the Celtics, you have a good chance of winning the NBA finals. And I believe that. So it's you have to do what's best for this one particular matchup. And Strus is a great player. He's a good fit with the Cavs, and he's a good fit with this. I think he's a good fit when he's not the small forward. So it's just
you're putting him in a better position.
You're put your guys in the best positions possible. And Dean Wade's important to this team. Don't play Dean Wade 11 minutes in the fourth quarter and 9 minutes in the second quarter and no minutes in the first and third. Just don't do that. No one's making you make this stupid substitution pattern. So that's where I think Kenny really didn't do his best. But this is a good, this is a good team. And I don't want to be too mean to Kenny because I think Kenny's the best coach in the NBA. I honestly think that, or at least currently is, or the best.
Yeah, even on a bad night, he still did some good things. They ended up pulling it out. Some of his adjustments in the third and fourth, I didn't like the really small ball lineup that he went to at the end, but some of the adjustments actually worked. So
they did.
A bad Kenny game is still 60% right. Maybe that's too high, but does that make sense?
A bad Kenny game is better than most coaches' A+ game, honestly.
I mean, he kept them. They kept believing throughout the whole game. You know how easy it would have been to fold? Those it doesn't come through on the TV sometimes, but that arena was probably shaking with how crazy it was going in that first quarter. And there's many of those thoughts dude, we just don't have what it takes to beat the Celtics. How can we win on the road here? Those thoughts, it's hard for those thoughts not to creep into your head when you're down 25-3. So he kept them in it. So I don't want to be too critical of Kenny, but it's at the same time, it's you got DeAndre Hunter for this matchup. Dean Wade has shown he's perfect for this matchup. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I got DeAndre Hunter. Let's run zone.
Weird.
All right. I do have to get going, guys, because I'm about to record a podcast with Nikki G. Both you guys are welcome to join if you'd like to, but you can also keep yapping here.
Are you
if you
still
want.
able to do the recap, or do you want me to grab that real quick?
Could you grab it? Is that asking too much? Because I have him waiting for me
I can
at least.
grab it.
I don't know if Corey's joining. Corey, are you going to join?
I can join.
Okay, cool.
can-
So yeah,
I'll grab it.
if you're on YouTube or playback, first off, thanks for being here. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you're subscribed or following. Me, Corey, and Nikki G of Clutch Points are about to record a pod. We're not going to do it live, I don't think. Maybe we will. I haven't decided. It's kind of annoying setting up the live, so we'll probably just pre-record it and then upload it. But yeah, head over to YouTube, Tony Pesta, so you can watch our pod.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
You're doing the playback tomorrow, you said?
I think so. You're
yeah.
not, right?
No, I just couldn't hear you because I was talking. Yeah, I'm not doing it tomorrow. So Jackson's going to be doing a playback tomorrow. Mike is doing Sunday. And make sure you check out Fear the Sword, the website, because we got a lot of good stuff going on up there. The grades, the recap coming up. And yeah, any last thoughts?
The Cavs are good.
Cavs are good. I
The
agree.
Celtics are frauds.
Oh, here's Kenny. All right, guys. I'm gonna leave. If you guys want to keep talking, feel free. But
I'm also going to head out.
we're gonna have a great night.
I agree. Go the Cavs.
The Cavs.
Shout out to LeBron.